Okay, we're actually alive now. The schedule went forward. But obviously, we're still waiting on Eleanor.
I'm still dead inside. Nobody alive.
Well, aren't we all dead inside at some point?
Yes, correct. We're playing a Digimon TTRPG, yes, correct.
Wow, implying that people who like Digimon are all dead inside.
Yes. I thought we established that already, but yeah.
This is really jazzy.
It's called Persona.
I love the story
Did you know
of Persona,
Persona
but the gameplay
invented jazz?
Yes.
It sounds very The World Ends With You.
Yeah. A lot, actually.
What part of this sounds jazzy to you?
There's saxophones in it at that one point. It's rap jazz.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Oh right, yes. I forgot that saxophone is the characteristic sound of jazz.
Yes.
I also
mean,
missed the saxophones because I was listening to other tracks, trying to find the good track for the recap.
Hey, somebody finally showed up after we stole his visor.
Long enough.
It was already destroyed by, well, whatever.
Well, it's
The
not
gang's
destroyed,
all
it's just
here.
damaged, but yeah. The gang's all here. This is like a miracle at this point.
I have internet again.
We need to have one team
Jinx
just for
it.
that.
What are we listening to? Much distraction.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because wiping all out is better.
Ooh.
Okay, so because we're all here, we'll just kick straight off because we're already 10 minutes in. So previously on Digimon Vortex, you guys hatched a plan to free all the Digimon that Mummimon had captured and prevent Mummimon from using his ancient ritual to revive somebody. Out of character, we know it's his wife, but in character, I don't think you guys know that yet. You were told where Mummimon's base was by Schneimon, who found out that his boss, Gairamon, was incapsulated there. And it's in the Dokugumon domain. You all ventured there, managed to dodge the spiderwebs of the Dokugumon, tunneled underground and freed the Digimon, whilst Taisto and Kageaki fought Mummimon. And Zachary fought Stingmon in an effort to show that Stingmon was on Mummimon's side because Mummimon had his wife and children. But you freed them and that fight stopped. So now everyone is currently converging on Mummimon's location. You're in a fight in the middle of a forest. The forest is on fire. You're surrounded by Dokugumon of various sizes. If I remember rightly, Zachary just appeared on the scene and blew out Taisto's fire, putting him in danger.
Correct.
And Mummimon had just put out his bandages, which were on fire. So that's the situation we're in now. I think Sonya's on her way. She's just put Greymon to sleep, who's turned into a virus type due to his less than savoury nature and the bandages corrupting him. And helped free the Digimon who have gone in an underground tunnel to try and escape. And we'll see if that worked later on. And she's on her way now. Pablo was AFK for the last session, so we decided that Gazimon was angry at him for some reason, and he had mixed in with all the other Gazimon construction workers, so you couldn't figure out which Gazimon was yours. And we had a lot of funny interludes between the serious drama where you were having
That's
karaoke sessions and playing like. I think at one point we had you doing like a dating show where it's like contestant number 1 and all that kind of stuff, just to have some laughs. Obviously, it was jokey, so if you don't want that to have happened, we can have something
I'm
else
fine
happen.
with that. I'm fine with being comic relief. Yeah.
But obviously you're here now, so obviously you've found Gazimon and made up somehow. I don't know what he was mad at you for. You could maybe figure that out later. But I'm assuming you're going to turn up on the scene riding on the back of a Dark Tyrannomon.
Yeah, sounds alright. I have one question though.
Yeah, sure.
Did Pablo know about the Mummymon situation when he
No,
fought Gazimon?
so everyone was gathered in the town hall to discuss it, and you were too
That
busy
wasn't
looking for Gazimon at the time.
Okay, that makes sense. So now I somehow found out about the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
assuming like someone that was left behind just passed you and was like, "Wait, shouldn't you be with the others? They're like attacking Mummymon right now. Like, go." Maybe it's Wanyamon. No, wait. Wanyamon joined Zachary because he's part of. Yeah, that's something I forgot about. Zachary brought Wanyamon and a bunch of other in-training Digimon to the fight because he wanted to have them as his entourage for the session. So,
Ice cream.
He uses children soldiers, basically. That's what
Okay,
you're saying?
now hear me out. So obviously my entourage updates every session. Can I try to
Avoid them all to perfect.
try to convince some Dokugumon to think that I'm very cool and have them be my entourage?
I don't think so. No.
Cool first.
They are
Oh, can I
definitely
at
your
least roll
enemies
for
right
it?
now. No,
Can I
they're
at least?
they are 100% your enemies. If in fact, if you can roll 2d6 and get double sixes, I will have some of them think that you are so awesome that they will betray their
I
brother.
don't need all of them. I need barely a dozen, probably even half that. Okay. Do I add anything to this?
No, just 2d6.
No, you're
If
asking
it's
for
a
a
crit,
natural 20.
I don't
If it's
think
a crit.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
it's a very bad fail. So
It
I
wasn't.
guess we don't have that happen at this time.
Wow, they don't think Zach is cool? Huh.
Wait, then who's my entourage?
Weird.
Your entourage is the Wanyamon and still because it's still technically the
It's
same.
still the baby soldiers.
theme.
Yes,
it's
child
still the-
soldiers.
It's still the same scene, kind of. Not scene. What's the word? Like it's like part 2 of the same episode.
Situation.
Yeah, same situation.
Okay.
So you've got the Wanyamons cheering you on. They just saw you kick the shit out of Stingmon and bind him to the floor, and they're like, "Yeah, go Zachary!" And then they are bouncing really far behind you because you flew away on Unimon's back to go help the others. And they'll
Good.
probably catch up with you guys in a minute if they don't get eaten by Dokugumon. Or actually, wait. Forest's on fire. Ooh. Maybe they're caught in a fire. Who knows?
You know, surprisingly,
maybe.
bringing the babies was a bad idea. Like,
Surprisingly.
Oh, whatever. Unimon.
who would have thought?
Okay, so I think we'll cut to Pablo first because obviously he wasn't here last session. So Pablo,
That was no. So what the fuck do I do?
so you've just arrived on the back. Wait, I'm assuming you and Gazimon are exactly the sneakiest, right? You're probably gonna arrive on the back of a giant dinosaur and break down some trees
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
That's what we do. Yes.
So you make a grand entrance. You see, you smash through some burning trees that don't really affect Dark Tyrannomon too much because he breathes fire. He has to have some sort of fire resistance there. And you appear on the scene and notice that Taisto and Flowizardmon are surrounded by Dokugumon. Zachary is flying on a Unimon in the sky above them. And Kageyaki is on the ground against a tree. His visor smashed some distance away from him. And Sanglutmon getting back up to his feet.
Okay, so could Dr. Animon launch a fireball next, not into, but next to the Kugumon that are holding Taisto? So the AOE damage basically pushes them away.
Sure, yeah. Do you want to roll to
What was I
defend
meant?
Taisto then.
Oh, defend, right, yeah, that makes more sense.
And is Taisto one of your bonds? Yeah, he is.
I-
So
I
you can
believe
use
Survival.
Guardian. So
was-
you roll superior instead of savior, which is unfortunate for you at the moment.
Yeah, it's not good, but oh well. You can still do it, maybe. So 2d6.
Please don't kill me. I'm having a
I'll try.
poor track record of people trying to defend me.
You have influence over Taisto,
this-
right? Yeah, so you gain +1 anyway.
8.
So it's a 9.
Oh, 9. 9, okay.
Not bad, cool.
August.
Whew. Phew.
Also, just for reference from last episode, we have, I think, 3 team in the pool. Just so we know that, I'll just write that down.
Okay.
Cool, so you got a 9. On a 9, you do it. You protect Taisto from the Dokugumon. You create an opening for him, and by blasting fireballs at the Dokugumon's feet, and they're scared of fire, so they got sort of scarper, and there's like a big opening where Taisto can take advantage.
Yeah.
On a hit, you also get to add a team to the pool, take influence over somebody you protect, or clear a condition. Your choice. And bear in mind, if you already have influence over Taisto, you can shift their labels instead. So that's up to you.
I guess I'll remove hopeless as a condition, because I don't think that, fits right now.
Okay, cool. So you remove hopeless, you save Taisto, and on a 7 to 9 it costs you something, so you expose yourself to some sort of danger or escalate the situation in some way. So I think what happens is you breathe like a fireball to free Taisto, and then you draw the attention of all of the Dokugumon, who start swarming Dark Tyrannomon and crawling up his body, and like Dark Tyrannomon's like slashing at them, but there's so many of them that it's like overwhelming him slightly. I think at this point, Sonia arrives on the scene. She's been flying on the back of Sheepmon at rocket-powered speed after putting Greymon to sleep. Are you like above the trees, or are you flying through the trees, Sonia?
Well, above the trees seemed like a smarter idea.
Cool, so you like fly above the trees. You eventually, on the horizon, see Unimon with Zack on its back. And fire everywhere. What do you do?
Well, I'd like to see what seems to be the most pressing issue right now, like the Dokugumon or Mamimon, or maybe the fire. I don't know which one.
At the moment, the Dokugumon swarming Pablo seems to be the biggest issue. Mumimon's just put out some like cinders on his bandages and is getting ready to fight back. It looks like so potentially you could strike him while he's distracted. Alternatively, the fire in the forest. You know that there are in training Digimon that Zachary brought with him in the forest, and they could potentially be in that fire.
Child
So
soldiers!
it depends what you think is.
EB soldier.
I mean, you could maybe assess the situation and ask a few more questions, and I'll have to definitively answer you. But yeah, those are
Sure,
all the things going on right now.
Let's do this. Why not? Assess. Always forget which one I have. Whoa, -1. Okay. Nope, no idea.
Yeah, you have a look around and like you see Mummymon putting out the cinders on his bandages, and you fly past Zachary and look down at the fire and realize, oh gosh, there may be innocent Digimon in danger. And before you can fly into the forest, a bandage shoots up and grabs Sheepmon by the leg and pulls him to the ground. Sonia,
Can
you
I,
roll.
Can I roll to defend?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Sure, so Sonia flies off the back of Sheepmon. Do you want to defend Sonia or Sheepmon?
Oh,
Take Sheepmon.
I'll teleport
Sorry,
to
no.
grab Sonia, and
Okay,
you help
that's good.
Shipmon.
Yeah. Let's do that. I think Flame Wizardmon would it would like bolt forward and strike the bandage away, or maybe like set it on fire so that it gets burnt from the middle and is unable to pull Sheepmon down anymore.
Cool. Roll to defend Sheepmon.
I shall do that.
Also, Sonia, you need to
Working.
mark potential for failing. I don't know if you did that already.
Oh, yeah, right. I completely forgot.
12.
Nice. So yeah, you
Thank you.
burn the bandages halfway through, and it snaps just before Sheepmon hits the ground, and it's managed to like sort of use its buoyancy to float and not smash the ground so hard. Do you want to add team to the pool? Clear condition.
I'll add team
or...
to the. I shall add team to. I'll add team to the pool. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we've got 14. Kageyaki, what are you going to do to save Sonia? You said you were teleporting to her?
Yeah, we'll just teleport to her with the mighty +1 that we have, because I'm insecure, and we will hope for the best.
Out of curiosity, Zangleetmon teleports through shadows, right? So if...
No, he just teleports,
Oh,
period.
he just teleports, period. Okay, cool.
Yes, melting into shadows is a different thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
'11!
Wow.
Good successes, guys. Yeah, so you teleport up and catch Sonia, and then promptly land on the ground unharmed. Do you want to take influence over Sonia? Do you want to clear a condition? Do you want to add team to the pool?
Oh boy. Clearing a condition is really cool. He's really good right now for. Clear insecure because I successfully saved someone. And I am going to be needed to defend people a lot.
Did you factor in the -2 to the defending?
Yes,
Yeah, okay, cool.
I have +3 savior.
Okay, cool. Just want to double check. Cool. So, yeah, you can clear that. You're feeling a little bit more sure of yourself and a bit more back in your good headspace.
We can do this! We can do this!
Thank you.
No problem. I am in a lot of pain right now.
Taisto, Pablo just created an opening for you as well.
Yes.
Do something.
Like the Dokugumon
Yes.
aren't swarming you anymore; they're swarming him. He probably needs saving as well, but you just saved Sheepmon. You're probably, I want to say, 10 meters from Mummymon. If you take him head on, it's probably not going to go super well for you. Like, it's going to be quite difficult. He is a level higher than you. But if you turn around and blast the Dokugumon right now off of the Dark Tyrannomon, and both tackle him together, you'll be on much more equal footing. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Zachary's around, right?
Yeah, he's above us, flying on Unimon right now.
Right.
Do you two want to do something together?
Yeah. Let me see. Let me think. Yes. Everyone, you're here. Let's do this. Zachary, save Pablo. I'll hold off. We'll hold off Mummymon, and then when you get Tyrannomon cleared, let's attack all together. Go, do it. Haha. And then I want to. Yeah, I do want to actually try hitting Mummymon with the advantage that I was given. It probably won't turn out well, but you know.
You have to believe in yourself.
Yes,
Right.
I believe in myself.
Yeah.
It's my chief main power. I believe in myself. Let's see.
Yeah.
Cool. So you have a
So-
clear shot at Mummymon. Sorry, Zachary, you were going to say something.
Yeah. So you want me to save Pablo, right?
Yes, that's what I will ask you to do.
Okay. So I'm going to use holy power to hopefully try to hold. Get
Did
some
you say
hold.
hopefully?
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Alright, I rolled an 11. That's a hit. I hold 3.
Sweet, and you don't even have to mark a condition. Awesome.
Yep, alright, so I'm going to
Oh, you already
put
have
up...
4 marks, Jesus.
Yeah. I may be holding this for the drama of... So I haven't seen what happens if we mark more than 5 conditions.
I mean, we've seen it once.
Question. I have a question. Will it be 12? Because he's offending Pablo, right?
Yes,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
I guess
I'm
I have influence over him, so it's 12.
Yeah, so it's
So
12.
I'm going to...
So as a critical, you get to tell us what happens.
So I'm going to spend
Poggers.
2 hold to... It feels like that got changed. Because I don't remember it being... Whatever.
Sorry,
So I'm gonna spend
just
2
an
hold.
interjection. Why is it, if already a +4, why would it be 12?
Yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, plus 4's the
Four
maximum,
max.
yeah.
Okay, but you see, we added it after the roll.
So... I'm going to put a shield up
Okay.
around Pablo by spending 2 hold. And try to defend him in the sense that I'm getting him out of danger.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's roll plus unique. Which is +1. Why do I choose to do this? Why do I choose to purposefully roll the lower stat?
I don't know.
I have influence at +2. A 10. Hey, I'm rolling pretty good.
Sweet, that's a hit. So yeah,
I'm not-
you protect Pablo from the Dokugumon. I'm assuming you put like the barrier up around his skin and then like pulse it outwards to push all the Dokugumon off him or something.
Yeah.
And they sort of fling off and smash into some nearby trees, freeing Dark Tyrannomon's movements up. Do you want to add team to the pool, clear a condition, or take influence over Pablo and Dark Tyrannomon?
Let's add a team to the pool. We're gonna need those.
Cool.
Team.
So
And also, like, we're together as a team. So it makes
that's,
sense. that we have-
that's 5
Yeah,
team.
that's true. Finally.
Cool. Taisto, you have a clear
All
shot
right,
at
Mamimon, your time has come, and I would imagine that Flame Wizardmon just surges forward in a double-handed strike with his magic staff that trail like a trail of fire between them, trying to strike Mamimon while he's still off balance.
Sure. So, are you doing that with the others that have just been freed, or are you just doing that alone right now?
Can I support the roll? Or not?
Pardon, sorry?
I mean, I would
Uh,
hope that I would hope that everyone helps me with the attack.
Yeah, can I
obviously.
support? Can I like support
think-
the roll?
I think Zach is gonna swoop down, like, to go along with Taisto.
Cool. So we'll spend a team from the pool, and you get +1 to the roll, Taisto. It's
thank
also with regular. It's a regular roll. It's not disadvantage because you're with everyone.
All right. Here goes. 8, barely,
Hey.
just
Ooh.
barely.
Oh.
Yes.
Really?
Thank you, team.
Woo!
Oh wow, your reckless is only +1. Okay, cool.
It's been lowered by people.
Cool.
Maybe I should let you do this yourself.
Cool. So pick one of the options on a directly engage the threat.
I think.
Okay, what did I miss?
I think I want to move the momentum forward. So I want to create an opportunity for my allies. So I think our attack is going to keep Mamimon off balance and leave him unable to, or leave him further vulnerable to follow-up attacks.
Cool. Yeah. So, what does that look like in the fiction? Like, you charge him with Flare Wizardmon and smack him with your staff, but like, how does that stun him?
I think as he's just about got his bandages put out of fires, he gets struck by the flaming matchstick staffs, and then they flare up once again, and he's having trouble with being covered in fire, obviously. So he's vulnerable currently because he's preoccupied with the flames.
Cool. So while he's distracted, he wants to take advantage.
I'm willing to take advantage.
Okay, cool.
So, I'm going to, because I'm swooping down with Taisto for this attack. I'm going to grab my Digivice, and I'm going to use the Destructive Burst. So I'm spending my last hold for that. So there is going to be collateral damage. And I'm going to directly engage a threat. Basically, I'm gonna go at him and try to destroy his bandages with my Digivice, like we did with who did we do that? Who did I do that to? I did it to someone.
Demon.
I did it in my moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
You did it to
Meramon.
Meramon.
Yeah, like when I did to Mara, I'm trying to destroy some of the bandages.
Cool. It won't destroy all of them because, like we mentioned before the mission, he's an ultimate level Digimon and you don't yet have ultimate level Digivice power.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
Totally fair.
You do you want to roll for that then? Is it directly engage your threat with unique? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also there's collateral damage.
Yes. I'm trying to think what good collateral damage I can do now.
Can I assist him from a distance with my Digivice?
Sure. Like how do you do that?
I shine my light as well. The light from the Digivice that.
So it's like
known...
is it like a beam that shoots out and hits Zach's Digivice and like combines their powers or something, or like because like Zach's
either
gonna be quite close.
Or directly either that or directly hitting the Mammon.
Okay, it's just Zachary's like literally point blank to do this.
Okay, then yeah, I point it to Zachary's Digivice.
Cool.
It won't harm him even if it fails, so...
3 team.
Alright. Zach, please.
+2 because of the team. 9.
Yeah. Main.
Nice, not bad.
That's still a hit, right?
Yeah, that's still a hit.
Oh no, that's a minor success, not a hit. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
So pick one of the options. Also, I forgot to get Taisto to trade blows with Mumimon because obviously you didn't roll you didn't pick the option to avoid their blows.
I think as Flame Wizardmon got very close to Mamimon to be able to deliver the blow, I think while they were trading a few blows, I think Mamimon might kick him away or otherwise blast him away from the point blank range that he managed to achieve.
Okay, cool.
Or if you
Yeah.
have some other idea.
Yeah. So I think he like grabbed you with bandages, and that's when you managed to set him afire with that, and then like. He pulled you in with his flaming bandages and kicked you away. Similar to what he did to Kageaki earlier when he got slammed into a tree. And obviously it doesn't hit you directly, but it hits Flare Wizardmon and you're with him. Because, we're doing this adventure colon style with you guys riding on their backs.
Don't worry about it, we can tank nuclear lasers.
Okay. So I am going to try to frighten him. Basically, like, show him with our powers combined, there's no way you can stand up to us.
And how do you show him that? What does that look like?
I mean, I'm destroying his bandages with the help of Kageaki's Digivice, so if, like, only 2 out of 5 members can destroy at least a little bit of his bandages, he should be worried about how all 5 of us working together
And his
effective.
bandages, he's just that.
Yeah, I mean, and then he doesn't have his gun anymore because I believe that Kageaki
Because I
stole.
blew it up!
Okay,
It was
cool.
a plan.
So you're gonna make Mumimon afraid.
I'm going to make him afraid.
Cool. He also you didn't resist or avoid his blows, so he's going to.
Also, collateral damage.
Oh yeah, collateral damage.
This is fine.
There's
I think
nothing
maybe we could just like
particularly
chunk.
nearby.
We could just chunk those together and to take a powerful blow. I think that. would
Yeah,
be
I think
fair
yeah, I
enough.
think you can take a powerful blow here. That makes sense.
Yeah, we
Lovely.
just chunk
So I
those.
take one too.
So like maybe you
Does-
Roll,
think-
you die.
you shine your Digivice light, and it really hurts Mummymon at point blank range because you're the power of hope, and hope is like very strong against the evils of the world. And he literally like on fire because you know you're scared of fire, smacks you, and your hoodie sets on fire. And because you're on fire and you're scared of fire, and you've just been hit by an ultimate level Digimon, you definitely take a powerful blow here.
And does Kageyaki also take this powerful blow? Because he did try to help me with team.
Yes, because he has to share in your consequences when he helps with team.
I fucking love the team mechanic.
So how, Kageyaki, do you want to
Oh no, I
describe
rolled
how
good.
this hurts you as well? Maybe it's the collateral
no.
damage. Maybe the
Is dead.
Digivice backfires or something when you try and
Bye bye, everyone.
combine the two.
Maybe there's like the holy energy created sort of like a backlash that like knocked Kageyaki off of his footing because
Yeah.
this
That's not
obviously
a
is
powerful blow. A powerful blow is getting yanked back to the tree.
Oh, I rolled a 13 on that take a powerful blow.
Okay,
Oh,
plus
that's not
3.
I mean,
Lovely. Okay, what are my choices?
Cool. So
God.
let's do Kageyaki's first. On a 7, you can either lash out verbally to provoke one of the others to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence over them to inflict a condition upon them. You can give ground so that Mummymon gains an opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
Lashing out doesn't make sense, it was self-inflicted. So yeah, I just get bounced back to the tree and give ground.
Cool. And well, what about you, Zachary? On a 10 plus, you can either pick 2 of the 7 to 9 list, or you can remove yourself from the situation by fleeing, passing out, etc. Or you can lose control of yourself or your Digimon in some terrible way.
You said that my hoodie caught on fire, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
boy.
jeez. I think Zach is going to... He is going to remove himself from the situation. He has now reached his limit. The one thing that brought him comfort in this
Like,
world is now
classic
erupted in the one thing that he fears the most.
Cool. So how does he remove himself from the situation? Is it like he stopped, drop, and rolling for like ages, or is it like he has like a nervous breakdown?
Throws
Or...
off the hoodie. He like throws off the hoodie, and just runs. He doesn't even bother getting on Unimon. He just starts running away from like Mummymon because Mummymon's also on fire.
It's like sad.
Jesus Christ! Where's the sun's on fire?
Cool. So Zachary starts running away. Sonia, you saw this. What you're seeing Zachary run away from the fire, like you know he's got this trauma about fire, and you can
Actually, I
also
don't think
see.
I don't think I ever elaborated to the team that I'm afraid of fire. I think they just figured that out through the fact that I've run away from every source of fire that I've seen.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
true.
like I specifically would know.
Yeah, I think
Given-
Kageyaki, since we have like a pre-existing relationship, he sort of knows my deal with fire.
Cool, yeah. But both Kageyaki and Taisto have been pushed aside. Actually, wait, you said that Mummon got an opportunity, so before Sonya can act, and because he marked afraid, I'm going to make a villain move.
Fuck us up, baby!
I think... Yeah, I think Mummymon yells out, "Enough of this!" and he like reaches into his like on fire bandages, pulls out this remote, and pushes a big red button on it, and these runes hidden in the ground start lighting up between you and Mummymon, and this big purple force field type thing just shoots up in front of you all, blocking your path to Mummymon and cutting you off from him.
Okay, so how big is this?
It reaches really tall and it bubbles over back towards where the ritual site was.
Okay, so it's like a dome that, like, for us it starts where Mummymon is and it wraps around the ritual site, and so we are outside of it.
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I got the stitch.
So basically, he's basically just doesn't want to waste his time with you anymore. He wants to get back
Also,
to
he's
his
afraid of us or
wife
something.
and revive her as quickly as he can. He doesn't realize that everyone's been freed and whatnot. He's probably going to flip out when that happens.
We have the Digivice that he wanted to use for the thing.
Are we certain we're the good
okay.
guys?
Maybe he takes that back off you, Taisto, when he kicks you away, because we didn't really give you any conditions or powerful blows or anything for being kicked away. So maybe he takes the kindness Digivice back off you as he does so. Like, and you just haven't noticed yet. He's like snatched it, and like maybe he like holds it up and gloats at you through the barrier. Like, this is all I need. I'll be seeing you later. And he turns around and walks away in a huff, like patting out all the flames on his bandages, like, and brushing them off, and leaving you to the swarming Dokugumon, who, terrified of the fire, and are trying to escape every bit of the fire they can do, in the same way that Zachary is, and they're probably running in the same direction as Zachary, away from the fire.
Zachary's riding like a swarm of Dokugumon while having a panic attack.
But also what Zachary doesn't realize, or maybe he does because he was flying above it all, is that it's a literal ring of fire around where you were and Mummymon was. You were literally surrounded by flames. So there is no away from the fire direction except back towards the ritual site where Mummimon's put the fire out.
I think that Zach is in like too panicked of a state to remember that, and so he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he reaches the outer ring of this fire.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go get him.
You go get Zachary?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you get on Sanglitmon's back and teleport to Zachary. Well, what do you do to stop him from running?
That's a very good question. Zach, you kinda can't run away right now.
What do you mean? Everything is on fire. Everything is bad.
The exit is also on fire. Just come. I'll keep you safe, okay?
Okay, if you say so. I generally speaking trust you, but my ability to trust people is at an all-time low.
Hey, Kakiaki, I just had a major idea that's something that you could do for Zachary, if it's something you may have thought of in advance. You have gadgets, right? So you could make a fire extinguisher, technically.
If Tyson doesn't ask me how the fuck I managed to build it, sure.
Hey, you're the tinkering genius. Like, Tyster doesn't know how fire extinguishers work. You do.
I don't either. I'm just kind of fucked with that.
I think even Pablo knows how fire extinguishers work.
Yes, how they work, not how the fuck you build them with the materials I have, but sure, yeah, fuck it.
You have mud and bricks.
Maybe it's like a mud dispenser and the mud can, like, quell the flames.
If it works, it works.
But yeah, it's just a suggestion. You don't have to do that. I just,
Could also just be, a blanket you use to do. I don't know the words in English, but
yeah, a hoodie.
A soggy seaweed blanket.
An extinguishment blanket.
I think we call those fire blankets.
I'm a gadgeton. I am a gadgeton. So it would be a fire extinguisher.
Sure,
Somehow.
Whatever.
Don't worry about it.
So what does your makeshift fire extinguisher look like? Because obviously it's not going to look like an actual fire extinguisher from the real world. Or maybe it does. Maybe you, like, found one that had fallen out of the sky, because, you know, like, random tech from the real world lands in the digital world all the time. Maybe you found one earlier while you were on the beach or something.
Fair, yeah.
Maybe you can maybe have, like, a
found
flashback.
one, and I've been, like, gathering the material I need to fill it up.
Sure. So yeah, Zachary, Kageaki pulls out this big red fire extinguisher
Don't worry about it.
and hands it to you.
Questions that will
You have big
never.
pockets.
Later,
be
later. We are really busy right now. Come on.
So, like, you have a shield and a fire extinguisher now. Zachary.
Fuck.
I think Zach uses his shield straps. Like, he has his shield out and he uses his shield straps to, like, strap the fire extinguisher tank to his back, and so he's wielding the nozzle end of it like almost like a wand of some sort. Man, I can't believe that Zach is now by far the most equipped character in the series. I just keep collecting equipment.
Yeah, I think the person aside from you with the most equipment is Ghost One at the moment, and maybe Kageaki
Who
because he
has
has his
one
visor technically.
equipment?
I used to have equipment.
Yeah,
Then
Kageaki
you,
used to
then
have
you gave it to me. I'm like, okay. If we go back there and I get set on fire again, though, I'm taking this one out on you.
Whoa.
Fair, but we really can't just run.
I think
Alright.
it's at this moment, Kageaki, that your Digivice starts pinging,
Are you?
and it's
Are
like,
you? I lift
and
it up.
you lift it up, and it like a hologram appears.
Someone is
and
helping me.
In that hologram, Leomon's face appears, and he's like, Kageaki, how's the fight with Mumimon going? We're in a bit of a pickle ourselves.
Had better. I give him a rundown.
That's not good.
No, it
See,
didn't.
We were going through the tunnel to escape, like Sonya told us to, but the Dokugumon had burrowed under and made a web, and we got caught in it. And Impmon is currently hauling us back. He like
Impmon?
turns the thing that he's looking through, whatever technology he's using to contact you, and you see like Impmon sat on the back of some Dokugumon who are like hauling all the Digimon back in a webbed net. He's like gloating to himself how happy Mummimon's going to be that he stopped this escape attempt and stuff.
I think Zach's eyes harden. He's like, I thought he was dead.
That's your problem?
And he like starts running in the direction of the tunnel and calls for Unimon. He is going to kick Itmon's ass.
The tunnel is inside the
Tableau.
bubble.
We need
You
we need to
you run straight back towards where Mummimon was, and you run headfirst into a force field and get bounced backwards.
Oh, okay. Okay. Forgot that I didn't realize there was a bubble here. I guess Hack came around when I was.
Okay, that's it. This could go really badly.
Now, Kageaki, you remember that Mummimon pulled out a remote control to set this force field off, so it must inherently be mechanical. Maybe you can figure out how to lower the barrier?
I can try if I can find. So I basically start scanning for anything that could be doing something. If it's close to us,
Cool.
we're lucky.
Roll to assess the situation.
Lovely. That's.
Does anybody want to help him assess the situation?
I am guilty,
Oh, he's not with us, so
and because I am guilty, I take a -2, and because
Help.
I'm not allowed to be
I think Zach is
superior,
going
I
to
have a -1.
Hold on, wait. Can I use Holy Power in this situation?
To boost his abilities?
I don't have any hold, so I do need to roll again.
Yeah, you can. You're like stealing your resolve to go against Impon, so you could definitely holy power here.
Okay.
I
Also,
can't
think
stand with the
maybe-
Digivice, right?
I think for balance reasons, I think Holy Power honestly should be formatted more like take a powerful blow. Like, it's better if I roll lower, because I'm rolling plus conditions.
Well, the idea is that in the worst situation that you're in, the stronger your powers get because you're
Yeah, it's the glimmer of
Okay.
hope.
Whereas if you're in like a not so dire situation and you have no conditions marked, then you can't really use the powers as much.
Okay.
So I
Sweet.
have a question. What's Pablo's situation right now? Where is he exactly?
Pablo is with the others. He's just behind the force fields. Just got saved by
Oh,
Taisto. The Dokugumon got. No, it wasn't Taisto. Sorry, it was Zach. Sorry,
Zachary
that
saved,
saved you.
yeah.
And he
I was
put a
in-
force field barrier around you and Dr. Animal, which pushed the Dokugumon away. And then the Dokugumon started fleeing, and then realized as well that there's fire at the edge of this area and turned back. So basically, Kageaki and Zachary are currently being chased by a swarm of Dokugumon as they make their way back towards the barrier, and Kageaki's employing some quick thinking to try and figure out how to get this barrier down.
Okay, so I'm going to do a holy boost on Kageaki. And can I also spend a team with a holy boost to cancel out that -2 from him being guilty?
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Alright,
so I'm
so-
gonna do both of those things.
Cool. So,
Right, so from
team
-1 to
two-
how much?
to a
To
flat
plus
0.
one then.
Oh, it's +1, yeah.
Aaron Jesus, please. 4.
Oh no.
The fuck? God
Well,
damn.
I don't have my
Oh.
visor.
Oh my god.
I'm not used to not
You're
looking
fucked.
through my visor.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. So you look around and try to figure out how this contraption works, and you see that computer programming language written on the floor again. But there is there's like a mechanical contraption on the other side of the barrier, with like gears and wheels and all sorts of weird mechanical bits put together. That seems to be powering this circle. But before you can do anything with that, Sanglupmon's legs get bound by webs, and he stumbles over and skids to a halt as the Dokugumon start rushing towards you. What do you do? Or everyone else, what do you do? Because at this point he's close to the barrier, he's just been webbed up. What does maybe Taisto do? You won't hear from Taisto in a while.
Well, at first I was trying to see if the three of us who are at the barrier could figure out a way to the barrier, but if so you're saying that Kagayaki and Zachary are actually pretty close to us now? Is that the case?
Yes.
All right.
They literally like ran away and then turned back. Almost.
I didn't run away. I went to get him back. There's a difference.
You ran after Zachary, who ran away.
Yes. And then I brought him back.
Yes. Sonia, you need to find a way past this barrier. I'm gonna go and help Kagayaki, and then we're off to help Kagayaki in turn. You're saying that he's being wrapped up by Dokugumon?
Yee.
Well, we've figured out so far that the webbing is also not fireproof, so I'm pretty sure that we can get through the webbing in no time.
Please don't miss. Fire also isn't fireproof.
Kagayaki isn't fireproof, but that's a small concern. Only a small one.
We're not
yeah, I
missing
want
much.
I want to have Flame Wizardmon burn away the webbing without murdering Kagayaki in the process.
Sure. I'll just have you do that because, you know, it's just webs. They're literally going to burn away, and like Flow Wizardmon is a master of burning away webs. So you free Sanglupmon's legs, no problem. But the Dokugumon are still like rushing towards the barrier, trying to get away from all this fire. And like as you like shoot out the flames to break the webs around Sanglupmon, they like do this like pincer thing where they like spread out around Kagayaki and Zachary, and then like meet again at the other side to go towards you and the barrier and Sonia, who's trying to break through the barrier, assumedly with the help of Pablo.
All right. Well, I want to protect the. I want to have
Yeah,
Flame
no.
Wizardmon protect us. So I think Flame Wizard will shoot like burst or blast of flame to keep the Dokugumon away. In a similar way to what happened before, but this time we're trying to protect us.
Okay, cool.
The three of us.
Roll to provoke the Dokugumon to stay away. So it's superior. Cool. So on a 9-7, I can instead have them choose that they stumble, hesitate, or react. I think that they hesitate. They see this fire and stop dead in their tracks. But it won't hold them back for long because there's literally fire everywhere. So they're just gonna go crazy. But you have an opportunity now to get this barrier down before the Dokugumon swarm everyone. I'm assuming that's going to be Pablo and Sonia's responsibility now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Cool. So I think maybe like Kagiaki yells out about the contraption behind the barrier. Oops, dropped my mic. And you see this like the cogs and gears whirring away behind the barrier, and there's like this big lever on the other side.
So we have to blow that up, I guess.
But it's on the other side of the barrier. That's the issue.
I guess Dark Dragon can like select. Oh, it's the other side of the barrier. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Is the barrier underground as well, you think?
probably.
That's yeah, it's probably on the
I mean, you could check if you like assess the situation. You could figure that out.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I guess I can assess the situation.
Cool. Let's have Pablo do that because that Tyrannomon has the claws to dig
makes
with.
more sense.
Yeah, he's a digger. Yeah. So that would be what roll?
It'd be superior.
Sorry, what?
Superior.
Okay, that's 0. Oh well.
Oh.
Succeeded
What's
last
the- what's
time.
the roll?
So 8.
8.
Hey.
That's something.
Yeah. So on an 8, you get to ask me one of the questions and take +1 while acting on the answers. So I'm assuming your question is, like,
Yeah,
how
that's
best
the
can we
barrier
get this
that we're
barrier
going
down
to
quickly? So yeah, you dig under the ground and you find out that the barrier doesn't go under the ground. The
What a
runes are
stupid
on the
barrier.
surface.
Now I could get +1 if I try to dig through it, right?
Yeah, so you can get +1 if you try to dig under it and get to the other side.
Yeah, let's do that. What level is it again? With the unleash your powers, right?
Yeah, unleash your powers. So it's
And
unique.
unique, and I have very bad unique. Fuck. So it's a -1. What's it? 10.
Sure.
Sweet.
Pretty good.
Wait, isn't your unique -2?
Yeah, and +1 from the situation, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, 10. You get through, no problems at all, and you pop out the other side. Everyone else has never seen a dinosaur dig so fast. They thought it'd be much slower, but like, as a Gazimon, Dark Tyrannomon
haven't
was
seen a
like an
dinosaur either.
expert at digging, and he hasn't forgotten how to do that just because he's bigger.
That's
Right,
a nice
right.
dog.
All the same consciousness, yeah.
Yeah. So you pop
So-
on the other side of the barrier, and I'm assuming you like shoot a fireball at this lever, or you pull the lever and the barrier goes down.
Fireball sounds alright.
Kagiaki,
Barrier
what do you do?
down.
The barrier's just gone down.
Okay, so I don't suppose I have the location of them, of Leomon and the others.
They're in the tunnel which apparently Sonia made for them, so Sonia would know.
Yes, I know the hole is near where the cages were. I don't know how far in the tunnel they are, but I can lead you there if you want.
Okay, I can teleport, which would be faster, but
Okay.
Zachary isn't exactly going to enjoy the experience. Zach?
I thought we said that to balance your teleporting, we'd only do it so that you could teleport somewhere in sight.
Yes, but
The tunnel
just-
isn't in sight, but that's yeah.
yeah, I just teleport twice.
Mhm.
Which, for someone who hasn't teleported before, is going to be hell. So, Zach. Yeah, I can get us there fast, but you won't enjoy it.
Well, I'm not enjoying any part of this, so what's a little bit more discomfort?
Alright. Unimon, come here. We're not that stupid.
Unimon swoops down and flies next to you.
Wait, Zach, wait a minute. Do you remember where one Yaman and the others were?
They were hiding in the forest.
Fuck.
I'll go get them. You do that. You save the guys in the tunnel.
Okay. Yeah. We're going. Teleport.
Cool.
Yaki's kinda used to it by now, but the other two aren't.
Could you roll to unleash your powers to see if you get there in time before Impmon has put them back in the circle for Mummymon to do his ritual?
It's a mighty plus 0. It is right. I'm not insecure, so I'm hopeless, so I don't have the minus anymore. I think. Hope.
Let me have a look what it is that gives you the minus.
Yeah, hopeless is for unless you power, so I don't have the minus. It's a lovely neutral.
Cool.
Uh, 6.
Cool.
Oh, well.
Mark potential as usual. You teleport once. You teleport twice. You teleport thrice. And you end up in a puddle of your own vomit on the at the ritual site in no time at all. But while you've been getting down the barrier, Mummimon's managed to make it back to the ritual site, and Impmon has just finished dragging all of the Digimon back, and it's not looking good. Like the Inari's with Mummimon. Obviously, they bumped into each other on the way back, and Mummimon told him that we had time to waste on these Digidestined. And he stood in the middle of the circle, holding up his Digivice, which is glowing like a soft purple. And the ring has started to glow and light up.
I'm gonna spend
What
one of
do
my
you do?
hold to just have Unimon blast him. I have no care whether about how badly this hurts him. I'm just blasting this dude.
You're blasting Inari.
I
I'm
am
Blast.
blasting Inari.
I was just going to
Can you-
teleport
can you
and
repeat-
snatch
can you-
away.
You repeat that again? Are you blasting
Zach?
Einari?
I am blasting Inari.
Well, he once was Tyso's best friend.
Oh, we
I
won't
would.
die.
Can Tableau and I just blast into the scene on the back of Dark Tyrannomon from the forest?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
I think we would have been a.
That'll be very
We'll
convenient.
give you that opportunity, but if you fuck it up, I'm blasting him.
Oh,
Well, I mean-
okay, that's a threat.
Well, I mean, as soon as Daisto sees you trying to blast Einari, he's gonna want to stop you.
Okay,
Think-
so
I mean, I'm on the ground. It feels like oh god, what did Sangloopmon do to my bones?
while this was happening, San Lupman was getting ready to teleport. Normally he wouldn't have enough time, but if Zachary is stopped, he will have enough time to act.
And where are you going to teleport to and do what?
To Einari and snatch his Digivice away, obviously.
Okay.
It's fine with taking a hit.
Remember last session though that if you enter the ritual circle, your Digivice will activate too, speeding up the ritual, and it may trap you there.
Not if I leave it behind.
You're going to leave
This-
your own Digivice behind.
This is do or die.
Are you just
I-
passing it to Zach?
Yes, so this is do or die, so I just immediately hand over the Digivice to Zach since I can't take it with me, and hope I have enough time to teleport there and away before I revert.
Okay, roll to unleash your powers and see what happens there then. See if you have the time to.
This is a really important
Do
role. Okay, Aaron Jesus, if you've ever assisted in anything, this is it.
Go, go, go!
8!
Whoa, that's
Okay,
not
so
a fail.
you do it, but the
Well, it's
situation
temporary.
is temporary or unstable in some way. So I think you go in.
Okay, I go there, I get the Digivice away, and then I revert.
Yeah, I think what happens is you go in, you touch Einari, who gets teleported out of the circle, and then you revert and you're trapped in the circle.
Oh my god. That's...
Oh,
Technically succeeded!
Einari,
I still teleport Kagayaki!
Einari appears and lands on top of Zachary and rolls off his back onto the ground, and he looks incredibly confused as to what just happened.
And also second. First time teleporting, not fun.
He rolls over onto his front on his knees and vomits heavily.
Oh.
I think has Zach basically recovered from teleporting.
Cool.
No, has he?
Oh yeah. He's definitely recovered from teleporting now. You've had a good throw.
I'm gonna put Hinari in a headlock.
So first thing, I wanna ask Taisto something first. So Taisto, the person you butt heads with most, Kagayaki, just basically sacrificed himself to save Inari, whether he intended to or not. Firstly, I want to know, how does that make Taisto feel towards Kagayaki? Secondly, you see Zachary, one of the most timid party members, get Einari in a headlock for some reason. How does that make you feel towards Zachary?
He is.
Well, first of all, I think Daisto can't really believe his eyes, seeing Kagayaki just do that, pull the move, and get Einari out of the way. So Daisto is actually very, very grateful for Kagayaki, and he finds that he needs to now save Kagayaki from his imminent death at the hands of Mamimon. I don't think Daisto would actually notice that Zachary is scuffling off with Einari at the moment. He might notice soon enough, but I don't think. I think that at the very moment, his focus is on trying to save Kagayaki from dying.
Okay, cool.
So,
Do I have to
Pablo.
roll to put Inari in a headlock?
Pardon, sorry?
Taisto.
Sorry, what did you say, Zachary?
Do I need to roll to put Inari in a headlock?
How physically strong is Zachary, considering his...
Not very, but he didn't just vomit.
That's true.
He vomited seconds ago!
Taisto, I'll ask Taisto. You share a backstory with Einari. So,
Oh no.
I'm assuming that you guys used to like climb trees and shit all the time, right?
Yeah.
So like Einari's quite
Yeah.
physically fit, right?
Based on the shared childhood that Daisto and Einari had, I would imagine that he's physically in a very, very good basic condition. I would imagine that he's a lot less. He's not quite as athletic as Daisto is, but he wouldn't be a wimp either.
Okay, cool. So
He's physically fit, but he's not like.
I want
Strong.
you to directly
Pick up and
engage
throw back.
Einari then.
Okay. I think I'm gonna spend a hold, just so I can get a little bit extra.
Really? On the...
Wait, you're going to channel a destructive burst with your Digivice?
I'm basically like, I'm basically channeling the holy power, keeping Inari where he is. I'm not trying to like strangle him to death. I'm just you are staying in this spot whether you like it or not.
I don't think that falls into the Oomph category, because you're not firing
I'm still
a
directly
destructive
engaging
burst.
a threat.
But
still
you are
directly
you're directly engaging it normally.
Okay,
It
that
doesn't
means
fall
it's
into our Oomph, unfortunately.
it is a good old +0. A 10.
Okay, so you get to pick 2 options from directly engage a threat.
So obviously I'm going to take his ability to move from this spot, and I'm going to resist his blows.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you get him in a headlock, and because he's vomiting, he didn't see it coming, and then like you like choke him on his own sick a little bit, and
I am trying to kill him. I am not trying to strangle him.
No, I'm not saying you're strangling him. I'm just saying you got him in a headlock while he was vomiting. Like you probably didn't see that coming at all.
That can't be a fun movement.
Yeah, it cannot be fun. It's like this jacket. It's real leather. Inari is now in a headlock and is being held at bay by Zachary, who isn't exactly like the strongest, but you know, you got him by surprise, and like maybe you learnt a couple of self-defense moves off the internet and you're using those right now.
I think he's just channeling all of the adrenaline from I am surrounded by fire. My one thing that brought me comfort in this world has been destroyed. I am having the worst day and I am taking it out on him.
I think, like, now that you've jumped onto the scene and done all this really quickly, Mummymon has noticed you all, and he kind of tusks under his breath, like, and
Yeah.
he didn't expect you to break through his barrier so easily.
It was a pretty shitty barrier, all things concerned.
He directs Impmon to command the Dokugumon beneath him, to hold you off until the ritual's complete, and that he'd be rewarded greatly if he does this for him. And Impmon, hungry for bits, obliges, and you can see that he's like sat on the back of a really fat Dokugumon with like a bandage around its neck. He's using it as reins, and like he like pulls back on the reins, and the Dokugumon like kicks up into the air like it's a horse, and then it charges towards you all, with 2 other smaller Dokugumon behind them.
Who is you all? Because I think we're in at least 3 different spots around the ritual.
Yeah,
site.
what Taisto said.
So Kageaki is in the ritual circle.
Yes.
Zachary is wrestling with Einari, and I think Mummymon is seeing you, Taisto, and Ivo, Pablo, running towards the ritual circle, and he's sent Impmon to intercept you.
Alright. Pablo, have Dark Tyrannomon shoot a fire blast.
Can I try to use Tactician on the Impmon?
Sure, yeah.
I have something that makes sort of sense. So the idea is that I'll calculate a weakness for the Impmon that the Dokugumon isn't exactly enjoying the experience.
So the flaw in his plan is that the Dokugumon isn't enjoying being controlled, and if you free the Dokugumon...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So roll superior to see if that's true.
Okay, at least I have a +1. 8.
Cool. So on a hit, you're right. And one of the others, so Pablo, I'm assuming, can take advantage, and they get +1 on going to act on the information. On a 7 to 9, you have to pick one of the other options, though.
That's a good question. Well, I basically boss Pablo around, so mark a condition, baby.
Okay, so the way that you say this to Pablo is like you're telling him it like it's obvious and that he should have caught it himself, but just in case you didn't know type things. You're talking proper down at him. What can I'm gonna ask? Because so Pablo has to mark a condition. He gets to choose the condition he marks. How does that make you feel, Pablo? Being talked down to and sort of being nothing more than Kageyaki's pawn.
Oh. Pablo we disliked Kageyaki, so it doesn't change much, but...
Okay, if it means anything, it's mostly unintentional, but given our thing, that you think I'm an emotionless robot, and my extreme stress right now, I come off the wrong way.
Don't come off that way, so it doesn't really work as an excuse, but sure. No, I guess Pablo would be kind of mad. Maybe not on the outside, but because he knows that he can do more, He knows that he isn't... How can they say this in English? Give me a second.
He isn't an idiot?
Wait, give me a second, I'm thinking.
Okay, cool.
I mean, he definitely wouldn't like it, because, he knows that he can do more than just be a pawn and boss around, but, I guess he understands that the situation's quite, tense. So, yeah.
So which condition are you marking?
I guess angry? I guess?
So you're a little bit ticked off, but you understand why.
Yeah, basically.
And you'll probably
I'm just such a
tell him off later
baby.
for it. So how do you respond to him going, hey, I know you probably didn't realize this, but the Dokugumon doesn't want to be controlled. Like, how do you react to that angrily? Like, what do you say back at him?
Oh, damn, really? Thank you, I guess.
No problem.
Cool. So, Pablo, you get +1 to act on the information that this Dokugumon isn't enjoying being controlled, and if he's freed, he'd probably turn on Impmon.
Okay, so this is a deep cut. So, Gasimon, since it's established that he can still dig like Gasimon.
Yes, you retain
And
all the
Gasimon-
permissions of your rookie level when you evolve.
Okay, so Gasimon has an attack that just makes pits for things to fall into. So what I'm thinking is, could Dr. Animon make some pitfalls so that the Kumon can fall, and then they can take like the damages off or whatever.
Dark Tyrannomon can't exactly use Gazimon's moves. Like he can't use the actual attack or whatever. But you could mimic it in some way if you describe how you would do that with a giant dinosaur.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay, so could he maybe he starts stomping around and the dirt around him kind of collapses? Not completely, but some holes.
Sure, yeah. So maybe maybe there's Dokugumon trap holes around that you just happen to have not stepped on yet, and as you rampage along the ground, they open up, and I'm assuming you want the Dokugumon to fall into the holes, right?
You can inspect it and remove the bandages or whatever. Whatever it is.
So you want to capture it and then remove its bandages while it's unable to move?
Yeah, because it's way easier to manipulate, I guess.
Okay, cool. So roll to... I'd say this is unleashing your powers.
Yeah, it would be.
So unique.
Which is unique. A very bad stat, once again.
I mean, at least you get experience for it, right?
Yeah, that's one thing.
We need to get you leveled up, Pablo.
Yes.
4!
Well, mark potential. You stomp on the ground and attempting to open up some holes, and instead you stomp directly on top of a hole, and Dark Tyrannomon's foot gets trapped in the hole.
That's great. Fucking karma.
And
I like the idea, yeah, dum-dum, you take me for a moron. Oh no! Oh shit!
One of the Dokugumon jumps into the air, lands directly on Dark Tyrannomon's face, and when a spider lands on your face, you tend to flinch. So Dark Tyrannomon just flinches and flings it up higher into the air, it shoots a web at Dark Tyrannomon's eyes, swings around a few times, and then just pulls back on the web, and Dark Tyrannomon falls backwards because its leg's trapped in the ground and it can't steady itself.
That's good.
So Dark Tyrannomon is currently on the ground and unable to move. Taisto, what do you do?
Well, that's not good.
Well, Thaisto was planning a very sick team move to pull off after this, but I think
You know what happened?
My apologies.
I think this needs to be dealt with appropriately first. So after Dark Tyrannomon goes down, I think Flame Wizardmon would swoop down and try to get rid of the webbing again, and maybe even blast away the Kugumon that Impmon is riding on. Something like that.
Cool. So you're So you're trying to just blast away the Dokugumon, or?
Well, I mean, it seems like the Dokugumon is the more immediate threat right now. So yeah, I think blasting it away would be the first order of business right now. So
roll to defend Pablo then.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
And then we'll cut to Sonia and her saving the in-training Digimon who are blatantly caught in a blazing fire.
Oh god, this is
Do I have influence over... Yes, I do. 11.
Nice, you save him. So do you want to mark a condition? Clear a condition, mark team, or gain influence over Pablo?
Well, I already have influence over Pablo, and he's behaving exactly like I want him to. So I don't think I need to do that, and I don't have any conditions myself. So I'll just add team to the pool again. So I think we're at 3 currently.
Yep.
See a trend with my interactions. Just a slight trend with that happens.
and I think Flame Wizardmon would like twirl his matchstick staffs, and then on top of one just generate a fireball that he like swings or tosses at the Dokugumon, just blasting it away.
Sure. Yeah. So you
Oh,
blast.
the pool thing.
You blast it away. This is the Dokugumon that was keeping Pablo down, right? Not the Dokugumon with Impmon on it, right? Oh, was it both of them? Or sorry.
I was trying to end the threat, which seemed to be the Dokugumon in plural, but if I can only take one of them, then obviously the one that is actually currently being a threat, which is the Dokugumon that is holding down Pablo and Dark Tyrannomon.
Okay, cool. So you free Dark Tyrannomon, and his foot's still trapped in the hole, but he's no longer webbed to the ground. The Dokugumon that you blast sets on fire, and the bandages on it disintegrate, and he's freed but on fire still, and he's rolling on the ground like crazy. We'll cut now to Sonia then, while that's going on. Sonia, you've flown into the forest to search for Zachary's entourage. I want you to have a dark vision here.
Thank you.
So, what is the worst thing that could be happening right now to the entourage?
Well, they get caught in the fire, and their only escape route is being blocked by some trees that have fallen off, and they're being burned just before I arrive.
Cool. So you see that, and you know that this dark vision is going to come to pass if you don't hurry up. So you're going to need to get there faster than the dark vision told you to get there. But you take -2 doing that. So roll to unleash your powers to get there as fast as you can and take -2 on it. Do you have influence over Wanyamon, perchance? I don't know if you do.
Do I? I don't think I do. Maybe?
No, Shogungaku one and Gekko one, it looks like.
No Wanyamon.
Okay.
Alas.
So yeah,
No
take
Wanyamon
-2 to the
indeed.
roll, but yeah, you...
Can I help myself with some encouraging words. So, like, I'm treating myself like I would treat a best friend, so I get +1. You see.
So
That's
you can spend team selfishly by making the others feel bad about themselves. So maybe before you set off, like, you thought, hey, Wanyamon is our priority here. Why are you abandoning our friends type thing? And you make everyone else feel bad about it. And you can totally like flash back to do that if you want to. And if you do that
well-
and spend it selfishly, you get to shift one of your labels up and one of your labels down of your own choice. And that like factors into your roll, because it gives you +1 to whatever you're rolling, basically.
Well, they ran away to save other friends, so I can't be mad at them. I could be mad at Zach because he brought the babies along and didn't watch.
Didn't look after
didn't
them.
watch. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe you feel makes Zach feel bad.
So do I mark a condition or?
I don't think so. I think maybe he shifts your labels because he has. Sonya does have influence over you, right?
Should I point out this can be used after the roll?
Yeah, it can be used after the roll.
So maybe don't.
Yeah, because...
Everyone has influence over me, so Sonia has influence over me.
Okay.
Well, we'll see the roll, and if a +1.
If a +1 makes a difference, then yeah, we can flash back to when you were together and like, yeah, show you telling Zachary off for being a bit of an abandoner.
-2, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that's generous. Oh. 1 would make a
Oh, fucking course it would.
Well,
Well, Zach, welcome to therapy.
Fuck you, Zach.
So, Sonia, we flash back to when you were together. What did you say to Zachary, and how would you shift his labels to sort of encompass the responsibility that Zachary should have had to his entourage that he isn't having?
This is the last time you bring Wanyamon along.
fair enough. Stay in the headlock.
If it means anything, I agree.
Fair
So-
enough. Inari, I swear, if you don't stay in this headlock, there are worse things coming.
He's just
In the
gargling on his
flashback.
Like this, Zach.
Shifting labels for Zachary, you said. Without looking at Zach's sheet, I would say minus reckless. That seems obvious. And plus savior or kind. I guess your choice. Savior.
What happens if I gain a point in a maxed out?
Your labels do
Take
not
a
shift,
condition.
and you take a condition instead and tell us.
They don't shift. They don't shift at all.
They don't shift at all.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
you
so
tell us
down.
why the words made you feel bad, or you can shift the kind, like they said.
I think I'm gonna shift. So I mark a condition because I can't shift my labels anymore.
Exactly.
Zach's like. See, I mean, he didn't even want them following him. They just chose to. And he's like, man, maybe I should be less impressive from now on. Inari, I swear to whatever exists up there, stop squirming.
The magic is glitching right now in the flashback. Now it's popping in and out of existence.
It's like Zach's having this like introspective moment while he has Inari in a headlock. Like,
I prefer mine.
Sonia, which 2 labels are you shifting then? Because you're doing unique at the moment, so you'd shift unique up and something else down.
Myself.
Yes, because you're spending
unique
team
what?
selfishly. That's
I
how
see,
how it works. You get the +2 instead of the +1 on unique because you're shifting it.
Okay. So unique plus and what down? Reckless or superior? Minus kind, I'd say. If I was a bit rough with Zach just before, it would make sense.
Sure.
Unique up, kind down.
We are all assholes.
I feel like Sonia has like
Hooray!
the most balanced stats. Like everything's like at 1 or something.
Yep. That's the name of the game, huh? Balance.
Cool. So you arrive on the scene just in time. Your frustration at Zachary powering you on.
Thank you, Zach, for being a piece of shit.
We're the heroes, by the way.
You see the Wanyamon and his friends, like surrounded by flames. The tree logs that have collapsed and blocking their escape route that you saw in your vision are definitely there as well. You can see that there's nowhere for them to move, and the situation is quickly going to get out of hand if they aren't taken away from those flames. What do you do to try and save them? Because you know full well in about the next 5 seconds the flame's going to engulf them and they will die.
I'll shoot some wool grenade in order to smother out the flame in rapid succession, so there's so much wool to snuff out the flames, hopefully. Just enough.
Just as a real life tidbit, wool is highly flammable, right?
So flammable.
Hey, you can put out the fire with a towel.
Touche. But it's always a damp towel usually.
It depends, like, if it chokes the fire, it works.
Or I
wool
can.
is actually not flammable. Like, it is highly flame retardant. It is not flammable.
Oh, was it
Really?
not? I thought it was flammable. Okay,
It's
cool.
not.
Okay, in that case, yeah, it works. Roll savior.
Thank you.
Roll to defend the Wanyamon and his friends.
You're thinking of cotton when you're thinking of something that's flammable.
Defend. You said.
Fair.
Defend. Defend. So let's. Would you say defending them from evil?
You are
It's fire,
technically
so-
not, but if you can somehow persuade me that this fire is somehow defending them from evil, then I can go with it. But
It
seems like more like a natural disaster to me.
You protected them from the evil of Zachary.
Fair enough.
Well, see. Anyway, I don't even need to convince you because the role is the same either way. So I won't. You know, I had the wool. It's fine. +1 then. Let's do this. Go. 8.
Cool, you save
Wool
them,
is good.
but you expose yourself to danger, or escalate the situation in some way. So you protect them from the flames. You put the fire out with your wool. How might that put you in danger, Sonia? I'm going to throw the question at you.
Maybe I blew up some other trees that are falling off on top of us right now.
So you're going to get hit by a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd also add team to the pool, clear a condition, or take influence over Wanyamon and his friends. Your choice.
The team to the pole seems good now, so let's do this.
Cool, so we'll push team back up to 4. Using a lot more team this session.
Yeah.
Cool, so yeah, you put out all the flames, but it makes the trees that were on fire a little bit unstable, and it gets knocked over while you're making sure the Wanyamon are okay, and I think it's Sheepmon gets pinned under a tree, and he's proper stuck. What do you do, Sonia, to help Sheepmon out?
Can we use the portal power to on the ground, so they whoop on the floor and teleport near the others, I guess.
Oh, so you're just going to teleport into the other scene?
Wow.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Appear next to anyone you want, even if you aren't in the scene. Go for it.
Yeah.
You need to clear a balance track to do that, though.
Yep. I will.
I feel like I need to errata this balance track, so you have to spend like 2 balance to use your blessings. Otherwise, it's going to get too powerful. But okay. Let's do
Okay,
this for
two
now.
balance.
No. I haven't got it on the sheet yet. I'll errata it like in the next arc. When I overhaul everything else that I know is wrong with the game at the moment.
Noted.
Cool. So who do you teleport next to using your light powers? And I'm assuming you bring Wanyamon and that with you.
Yes, since I was thinking about Zach right now, I guess that That's the first image that popped into my mind. So we're popping right next to Zach, even though it probably would have been better if we teleported in the city, but yeah, whatever. I guess.
Cool. So you
Hey,
teleport.
Sonia. Stay down.
They're saved. Don't worry.
Oh, that's good. I was really worried about them. Hey,
Yeah,
that's
you look
right,
like it.
Inari. They're living creatures. If you don't get that, I might have to tighten my grip.
I think you hear between the choking him go, but evil Arukenimon did nothing wrong.
You are allowed to have a wrong opinion.
All right.
Arukenimon is best girl.
I want to give Kageaki a chance to talk because we haven't heard from him in a while. He's trapped in the middle of the circle, but maybe if there's something he can do in there with his technical genius and know-how. So, Kageaki, you're trapped in the circle with a bunch of the other Digimon who were webbed up by Dokugumon and Impmon. Amongst the Digimon that have been captured, there is a couple of very badly injured Ultimate level Digimon. There are Gairomon, who you know to be the leader of the Net Keepers, as well as a Divermon, and then there's a bunch of champion and rookie level Digimon from various cities and locations, including several Monitormon and a Gardramon.
Wait, Divermon, as in the Scubamon Angiomon thing, or the new one, the shark dude?
The blue amphibian looking thing with it's an Ultimate, not a Mega.
No, you
That
see,
doesn't tell us much.
Divermon, not Divemon, the old one.
Divermon.
The Gilman thing.
For
with,
everyone watching at home, this blue thing.
with the spear thing.
Yeah, with the
Or whatever
spear
it was.
and the random jetpack thing on its back and whatnot.
Divemon is the new one.
Yeah, Divemon's the new one.
Okay. Well, I look at the runes on the ground and I make the extremely logical deduction that the runes are probably important. And Dormon can dig the ground. So he starts to fuck with the runes, or I run to the captives and try to find something sharp to start cutting away.
So you instruct the captives to help you in screwing up the runes.
Sure.
Cool. Roll to unleash your powers to see if you have the knowledge necessary to fuck with the runes in a way that would stop the encryption.
9.
Cool. So you do it, but it's unstable or temporary. I think you fuck with the runes in a way that it slows down the process, meaning you have a lot more time, but you can't screw with it in a way that would break the ritual, because it's there's a circle of inner runes and a circle of outer runes, and the inner runes are inside the circle that you're able to mess with, but the outer runes are the important ones and they're outside the barrier and you can't get to them right now. So you've slowed down the ritual, but you haven't halted it. Does that make sense?
Alright, yeah. Meanwhile, Kawayaki himself is doing his best to find something sharp and start freeing the captives.
Sure.
Pablo.
I'm assuming he has scissors on you or whatever.
Yeah. I'm
Either that
breathing.
or
Yeah, what's up?
I grab a sword or the spear from Hangyomon, something.
Harpoon, but...
If it works, it works.
Yeah.
It's just a lame spear.
Yes. Pablo, let's attack
Let's
together.
listen with
Help
our
me
right.
out. And
Oh.
I think I'm guessing right. So Tyram is in a hole, but he's free-ish.
Yeah,
Yes.
he can't move
Okay.
from the spot he's in because his foot's trapped in a hole, but he can
Alright.
move in a way that isn't restricted by webbing anymore.
Alright, cool. Yes.
Oh,
So, Flame Wizardmon just shoots a blast of fire to just for show, basically to keep the other Dokugumon away, and then turns around and then like raises his staffs up, and there's a circle of fiery runes just appears above him, and it's clear that Taisto and Flame Wizardmon want Dark Tyrannomon to shoot a fire blast at the circle. Anyway, gonna look cool.
And then yeah, Dark T will do it. Yeah.
And what are you aiming this fireball at? What's the intention with this fireball?
The intention is to unleash a sick team attack against Mummymon.
Mentally ill team attack.
Yes.
Against Mummymon, you realise there's still Impmon and 2 Dokugumon in between you and Mummymon, right? Are you going to try and just burn straight through them? Is that the intention here?
Or above them.
Or above them, okay.
Above
okay,
them.
okay. This is going to be a difficult maneuver to pull off, I think. So roll it with disadvantage, but with the +1 from team.
I think Pablo has a move. Do you want to help me
Oh,
out?
let me check. Yeah, I was gonna check first. Wait.
Yeah, you have.
Oh, so you're gonna double team.
Yeah, we're gonna double team that fucking mummy.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah,
team's
we're
gone
gonna
down to
do
2.
it.
So then that would be...
So for everyone watching at home, Pablo has a move that's called Won't Let You Down. You can spend 2 out of the team pool to add +2 instead of just +1. I think this is the first time you've actually used this, isn't it, Pablo?
Yeah, it is.
So
I knew it coming useful.
What does it look like when you that's different to you just using team from the pool? Like, do you do anything like extra special to show that you won't let the team down and you put that little bit of extra effort in, or is it more just like a bit of mechanical fluff that you always go the extra mile type thing?
It's a way like I can show it, like make it more special. So I'll just say that, yeah, mechanical fluff. Whatever.
Okay, so it's mechanical fluff. Fair enough.
So that would be a 3d6 with disadvantage.
I'll be doing the rolling because it's my attack still. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. So when the fire blast hits the rune circle, it just like charges up with just supercharges, and then a horizontal pillar of flame just shoots out of it, and then starts snaking through the air with the head of Dark Tyrannomon on its head, and then slams just through the barrier and towards Mummymon, or at least tries to. And let's see if I can. I have one. Would this be directly engage, or would this be unleashing your powers? I want to blast the fuck out of Mummymon with this attack.
Okay, I have a question. Would my friend ability activate here? I'm supporting my bond or rival, right?
Pardon, sorry? With what? With what? Help with what? Sorry.
So on my playbook, I have the bond and rival thing, right?
Yeah.
So I have the friend one. Would that work here?
You aren't comforting or supporting Taisto?
Oh, right. Yeah, I read that wrong. Sorry. Yeah, makes sense.
Sorry, so support isn't using team. It's comfort and
yeah,
support.
No, I read that wrong. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Sure, no worries. I mean, you can definitely comfort and support Taisto if you want to. You have to roleplay that. Cool, yeah. So I think you're directly engaging a threat. I think that's the closest move for this.
And right.
Oh,
Let's see. So I have reckless at 1. Then I got the +2 from the team, and the thing I forgot from the first time I did this session, but last session I used my game face to vow myself that I will fucking stop Mummymon. So that's +4. Let's fucking go. Boom. That's 13.
It is. Holy shit. That's 12, isn't it?
No, 9 + 4 is 13. Oh, sorry, 9. It's 9.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it's an advantage. It's
disadvantage. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
so it's 9.
9. Sorry, yeah, 9.
9.
One shot. Never mind. Cool. So pick one from the list and trade blows with Mummymon.
Yeah, I think. Can I take away his hostages?
How would the blazing beam of fire do that?
Well,
I heard
it has to crash through the barrier. So I assume there is a barrier because you mentioned a barrier. So it has to crash through a barrier. So actually, yeah. Can I take away his defenses? I take away the barrier, keeping us out of protecting
Instead
from
of
us.
I take away his sausages, I heard I take away his sausages, and I was like, what?
I take the
Not
sausage
in
from
my
his hot
mouth.
dog. You can like try to overwhelm the barrier in such a way that it smashes, and the hostages will be able to escape by themselves so long as Kageaki could open the webbing in somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take away his defenses, so his barrier.
Cool. So yeah, we see this like scene where like you blast a fire blast. It like hits one of the Dokugumon, like eviscerating it completely. The Impmon that's on the back of the Dokugumon like dives out of harm's way and looks back and he's like, "Oh no!" And then it like hits the barrier and it like this scene where like sparks are flying everywhere and like. The barrier like has like 4 layers to it, and like the first one like smashes, and then the beam goes closer, and then the second one smashes, and it goes closer, and like you see Mummymon like start to panic that his barrier's going down, and he dives at you, Taisto, and wraps you in bandages, but not before the barrier smashes, and the hostages have an escape route now. I would like you to mark. I'd like you to mark afraid because you've just been wrapped in bandages. And I would also like you to perform a custom move for me that I have for Mummymon.
Oh.
So, Mummimon's move is when you become ensnared in Mummimon's bandages, roll plus kind. On a hit, you break free. On a 7 to 9, it shows you something from your past that you deeply regret. Mark hopeless. Wow. On a miss, your inner darkness consumes you. Mummymon gains influence over you, and Mummymon can control you so long as it falls within the bounds of your inner regret and shames.
Wow.
Okay. So, alright. Do I get the bonus from game phase because I am, I would say that not falling prey to my inner darknesses is in direct pursuit of defeating Mummymon.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, thank you. That's a 9.
Cool. So on a 7 to 9, it shows you something from your past that you deeply regret. You mark hopeless. What do the bandages show you before you manage to break free from them?
Oh boy.
Maybe something to do with an arrow?
I was thinking. This is not appropriate music for this. Let me just really quickly switch that up. Think.
Side note, I can't believe this is the first time Mummimon's caught you in one of his bandages all this time.
We are just that good. Is what I'd like to say.
What are we playing right now? What are you doing? Ivo, what are you doing? Alright, so this flashback opens up to a quaint day in a sleepy village in somewhere in eastern Finland. It's everything is going fine. It's a sunny day, probably summer, and you see a younger Taisto strolling his way through the town on his way to his best friend's house, and he turns the corner to see the house he's looking for. He notices that something is very odd. The house. It seems that there is a thick black smoke coming out from one of the windows.
Fire everywhere. No.
And he rushes towards the house, trying to figure out what he needs to do in this situation. And when he reaches it, there's a flare of fire coming out from the windows, and he just stops in his tracks, the sight of it, and that's where the flashback ends.
So you mean to tell me that 2 of our team members are afraid of fire now?
Oh, I never said that.
No, lame.
So basically, you saw your best friend's house on fire.
Yeah.
Cool. So it shows you that, and then you manage to break free from it. How do you break free from the bandages, Taisto? Does Flowizardmon break you out of them, or do you break out of them with just sheer willpower?
I think as he managed to struggle his way out of the flashback, I think we first see him like stop in the flashback, and then you see some kind of a determination turn into his eyes as he breaks out of the flashback, and his digivice just starts glowing bright, and it evaporates all the bandages.
Cool. Yeah. So like you get the courage from that flashback to sort of. Well, at first it's hopeless because you think your friend's burning in a building and you're going to try and save him, but that turns to courage because you want to jump in and protect him, and that activates your digivice and breaks you free. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Cool. So you break free from the bandages, and Mummy Mom, he looks kind of exasperated. Like he has this look on his face, like everything he does just doesn't work, and he yells out at you all, "What's the matter with you people? Haven't you lost someone close to you before? Haven't you messed up so badly that you wish you could turn back the clock and save somebody you otherwise needed to protect? Why do you do this? Look, I know what I'm doing isn't right, but these people took away my wife, and I want her back." He like drops to his knees,
God, I want to tear into
tears
him
welling
right now.
in his eyes, and he's like, "I would do anything to hold her just one more time. Anything at all, and these people took her from me. Can't you understand the anger that I'm feeling right now?" And like as he like says that, you all get like flashbacks to your past. Like Kageyaki, you see the accident that injured your friend, that made you change the way that you invent things, so you only test them on yourself. Sonia, you see like your best friend get adopted and leave, and that regret fills your body that you didn't stop her from being adopted. Pablo, you relive the moment where you let down your friend. In your mind.
I know what.
And Zachary, you relive the moment where the fireman that saved you from your house burning down gets caught in the flames and throws you out through the door and suffers 3rd-degree burns. Like, you all have people in your pasts who you wish you could have saved, but you couldn't.
Okay, I think Pablo will say something like immediately after a flashback.
Okay, good, because I was going to tear into him, so it's good that anyone else speaks.
Go ahead, Pablo.
Yeah, like, of course we know that feeling, but killing others isn't gonna bring her back. She's gone, and you have to move on.
That would work if killing others literally wouldn't bring her back, but
Yeah,
he
it's true, but
literally has been
I
promised
know.
a way to bring her back.
So,
Yeah, true.
remember that terrible idea that I had?
Which one? Like all of them?
The one he had last session, he had an idea where he could use his digivice to project an image of his wife.
No. But let's see if I can try.
How strongly of a no is this no?
Pretty big.
Damn, alright.
It's a definitive no.
Damn it, I want to do a thing.
Sure, but when you come up with a smart thing, we'll allow you to do it.
That is a smart thing.
It
I
is
have
not.
adaptive...
It's an awful idea.
I have
an awful
adaptive
and
reflex.
Unethical. It's an unethical idea. Anyway,
can-
It's not only unethical,
I
we
can use
also have no reason to
obstructive
expect it to
reflex to
work.
do necromancy, and no one can stop me.
let's see. We just again need something of a background music for this. Let's see.
Let me do necromancy, you coward.
And once again, guys, I want to thank you all for doing the music for me because I find it really distracting having to do that while I'm GMing. So big thanks again.
I have a heavy track, but it technically has lyrics. Technically. It has vocals.
I mean,
In
the
a made-up
music's allowed to have
language.
vocals so long as it's not super distracting and it's fitting.
Of course, we've lost people. Everyone has lost people, Mummymon. But don't think that even after you've lost your wife, was it? Even after that, would you subject anyone else to that kind of a terrible fate? I've lost people. I've made mistakes that I regret more than anything in my life. That have hurt me and people that I love in ways that I can never rewind. But what you're about to do is going to inflict those pains on so many more people, so many more Digimon. Just look, how many Digimon do you have here? How many? How many of them do have fathers or mothers or wives or husbands, sons or daughters? I don't actually know how you guys procreate, but anyway, how many of them have their own family members? I know that the pain in your heart must be overpowering beyond any kind of beyond what you've ever experienced before. But I can't promise that it will ever go away. But what matters is how you carry yourself from here on out. You need to remember that your wife, while she may be gone from this life, will still live on in your heart as you, in the way that you remember her. She isn't gone in a true sense until you darken your heart with murder and destroy everything around you.
Is this what you have wanted?
Could you comfort and support Mummymon?
Oh, I think that's confidence supporting Mummymon, yeah. Let me see. This is also in the indirect pursuit of stopping Mummymon, by the way. So 2d6 plus 2. That's the wrong command. 9.
Cool. So on a 9, on a hit, if they open up to you, they hear you, and they can clear a condition of their own if they're an NPC. So I think your words get to Mummymon, and I think he clears angry. He's no longer angry at the world for taking his wife away. But he sobs into his hands. What have I done? I blamed them all for taking her away, but I didn't realize they'd be going through something similar. And he like cries. He's like, but I can't stop now. You don't understand. He won't let me.
Who?
Oh,
Who is he?
information important.
I think it's at this exact moment that
Oh no.
a white gateway portal opens in the sky and a bug head pops out with a smile that goes from eye to eye. It's so big. And eyes so big and beady that you can't help but stare deep into the crystal abyss that they create. And he's like, it's the humans. What a coincidence, we keep bumping into each other. My master sends his regards. He says someone's not following his contract properly and I should check in on them.
That?
And as it like pushes through the portal, you see like 6, 7, 8 tendril-like legs floating behind it, and ears that stick out of the top of the head like ripped ribbons, and its skin is like a deep bluish purple. Sonia immediately recognizes this as the Caramon that terrorized her in the night.
I figured, yep.
He floats above Mummymon and he's like, "Now, I don't want to have to terminate our contract, Mummymon, but if you're not going to complete your end of the bargain,
Shoot, Caramon! Can I
I'm going
roll
to
to
have
defend?
to terminate."
I
I
want-
channel a destructive blast at Caramon. I do
I want to
literally
roll to
anything to
defend.
make this stop.
Fucking shoot him, yeah.
Okay, well, what do you do to Caramon? Like, what describe what you do to him?
I have Unimon shoot a blast of holy energy at into one of the eyes.
Cool. So you shoot a blast of holy energy, and a dark
And
portal opens in front of Caramon, absorbing the blast. And he's like, "Oh no, Digidescent, you cannot stop us that easily." And he snaps his fingers, and a portal opens just beneath where the other portal was, and it fires the holy blast straight back at you, Zachary, knocking you off your feet. And
I toss Inari to
freeing
the
Inari.
side and take the blow.
Cool. Take a powerful blow.
Okay, but I made sure. Look, I'm made very certain that Inari didn't get hit by that energy blast.
Inari is totally fine. He's just a bit bruised from where you threw him.
Oh, don't be such a baby. I'm sorry. I
powerful blow.
rolled. Ooh, I rolled +5.
Oof, this isn't gonna go well.
Wait, do I roll +5 or do I roll +4?
+4's the maximum, so technically it's +4.
I
Oh
rolled
wow,
a
you
6.
weathered the blow.
Okay, then.
Critical fail.
I mean, technically it's a critical success in this sense. Yeah, tell us how you weather the blow, like, or dodge out of the way of your own holy blast. And mark potential as normal, by the way.
Yes. So, we've sort of established that Zach has some sort of holy energy about him, separate from the things that Unimon can do.
Yes.
So, I think the way he does it... You know what? Can I... Okay. Hear me out. Can I roll for holy power and just spend all of the holds to, like, nullify the blast, basically?
I mean, you don't have to spend hold to do that. We know that, like, you as a person can create holy barriers. Like, we can just fictionally say that you create one in this situation and use it to weather the blast without having to spend any of your hold or anything like that. If
Okay.
that's what you want to do fictional. I don't think you
Okay.
have to, like, waste your hold or anything like
I
that.
don't have any holds.
Yeah, but, you know, you don't have to charge your holy powers to do it.
You succeeded or failed at this roll anyway, so
Yeah, it
Yeah.
wouldn't make sense
So,
to have to
He
roll
just, like,
again.
holds up his hand and a transparent golden dome appears in front of him, and both of them sort of fizzle out into glitter and sparkles. As Zach's like sitting there catching his breath, and then he immediately turns his glare back to Inari.
I think Mummymon looks up in fear at Caramon. He's like, no, I fully intend to complete my end of the bargain, Caramon. You can tell your master that everything is going according to plan, and he will soon receive the bits that he requires, okay?
Fuck.
I think Taisto wants to step between Mamimon and Keramon and go like, if you
So does
want to hurt,
Kazayaki.
if you want to hurt Mamimon, then you have to go through me.
And me, he doesn't get to die yet.
Caramon flies uncomfortably close so that his face is like inches away from yours, Taisto, and his beady eyes just gaze at you. And he's like, "This was not part of the contract. I do not see your name in the document he signed with his blood. Yes, I mean, we could take you as collateral, I suppose." And he snaps his fingers and you drop into a white portal. What does everyone else do when they see this portal open beneath Taisto's feet?
Okay, can I use Hyper Dust Metal to get in the portal in time?
Hyperdust what, sorry?
Hyper Dust Metal, the very, very fast speed thing from Doraemon.
Yes, you could try to use that. That'd be cool.
Okay, I do that, try and get to the portal in time.
Cool, roll to defend Taisto. And you get +1 to influence over Taisto, I believe.
Yes, I do. 15.
Wow, you crit, so you definitely save him. Describe what happens when you dive above the portal and save his life.
Okay, so I immediately jump on Dorumon, who begins to vibrate, and we really awkwardly smack into Taisto and push him out of the way.
Cool, so you like roll along the ground and like manage to steady yourself and get to your feet. And Karamon's like, "Oh, so you don't want to be collateral? I understand. Mummymon, hold up your end of the bargain, or, well, my master, he won't be pleased. I bid you a good day." And he like snaps his fingers and goes back through the portal. Is there anything you want to yell at him before the portal closes?
What the fuck?
Magic ignition! With an attack. Just throw an attack after him.
Cool. So
Can I see
fireball.
beyond the portal if there's anyone right behind or something?
I'm pretty sure the portal is
it's just
closed at this point.
completely white when Karamon goes into it, and then it just closes.
Okay.
Mummymon like grasps his fists tight, and you see him like hold his resolve, and he's like, "I'm sorry, but it's me or them now." And he like shoots out bandages and wraps up both Kagayaki and the rest of the hostages in his own bandages again. Kagayaki, could you roll kind to see what the bandages show you?
Oh boy. 8.
Cool, so it shows you something before you break free that makes you hopeless. What does it show you from your past?
Hopeless. Well, there's only one real regrettable moment. So it's Kagayaki and Higeki Iteki biking down on a mountain, on the mountainside in the wilderness, and there's this buzzing sound coming from their bikes. With Higeki turning to Kagayaki and asking him if he's sure this is fine and safe. And while Kagayaki is going on a bit of a rant, telling him that he built this, it is definitely safe, the makeshift rotor on Higeki's bike basically explodes and completely trashes his leg.
Cool, so it shows you that harrowing experience from your past that made you vow to never test your inventions on your friends again. And it makes you feel really hopeless. But then, I'm assuming with your vast knowledge, you managed to like tape his legs up and try and get into a hospital and stuff, and that makes your knowledge crest glow and breaks the bandages around you, but not around the Digimon that are now ensnared in his bandages.
Oh, that was not appreciated, you piece of shit.
But you still mark hopeless because of that. Yeah, so he's basically said it's me or them, and he's wrapped up the hostages again in his bandages. The Ultimate Digimon too weak to fight through the bandages. The champion and rookies too weak anyway to break out of the bandages. Get ensnared in this big like ball of bandage. And I think he looks over at Taisto and he's like, "Stay out of my way if you don't want to end up like them."
I can't do that, and you know it as well as I do. Flame Wizardmon! And on cue, I think Flame Wizardmon would bolt out of somewhere to strike at Mummymon to prevent him from doing more harm to the innocent bystanders, as it is hostages. Those ones.
Cool. We haven't seen from Sonya much either. So does Sonya want to help you do that in some way?
Yeah, yes, saving the hostages comes first. How could I do this? Can I rocket boost to take the little ones out of harm's way by pulling the maybe with such speed that the bandages break?
So you're gonna like rocket boost at the bandages and break through them, so
Yes.
and try and grab the smaller Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure, yeah. So you do that, and whilst Taisto like distracts Mummymon, so Taisto, roll to provoke Mummymon, and Sonya will try and free some of the hostages while that happens. So gain a team. Taisto?
Sorry, yeah. I was just trying to figure out what my bonuses were.
Oh, sorry.
So-
no worries.
So, did you say that I get team?
Yes, because Sonya's helping you.
And this is also in direct pursuit, so 9.
Okay.
Okay, so you distract Mummymon in a way that lets you. It makes him overreact. I think you gain influence over Mummymon as he like fights you, and because he realizes that what he's doing is bad, but he has no way out of it anymore. He's like backed himself into a corner in a sense. I think he respects that what you're doing is right and understands that, and that's why you take influence over him. Sonya, you like burst through and take a couple of the smaller Digimon out of the bandages, leaving behind some of the bigger ones like Leomon and Snymon and Mushamon and all of those that are just a bit too big for you to carry. But you grab all the like in training and rookies on the back of Sheepmon and manage to fly out, saving pretty much half of them.
Baby army, go!
Pablo, Zachary, we haven't heard from you in a while. What are you two doing?
Zach is
Good
going to
question.
get Inari back in a headlock.
God damn it.
Pablo, so what do you want to do?
Yeah, since Zach is a lost cause,
I am being useful. If Inari can't assist with the ritual, then it is massively slowed down due to the lack of a Digivice.
So I think when you go to get Inari back in the headlock, he's ready for you this time, and he punches you square in the nose. And I think he yells at you. He's like, "What the hell are you doing? We can't complete the quest if you stop the quest giver from actually completing his quest. Come on, it's basic MMO 101. Do you not know how to play video games, man?" He's like proper like yelling at you for like ruining his game.
I think Zach properly snaps. I'm going to mark that last condition to use adaptive reflex and have Holymon create, not Holymon, Unimon create holy chains to wrap around Inari. By the way, that I have now marked my 6th condition, which means that I have now gone over the influence limit.
So when you go over your conditions limit, you have to be removed from the scene in some way. Maybe you get blasted out of a window and you appear later, or
The punch,
you faint,
the punch
or
probably.
something. But whatever it is, you're out for the scene and you'll come back in the next scene.
But
Does that make
so
sense?
would the chains work in that case?
I think it would work to bind Einari, but I think it would take everything that Zachary has left, and he'd probably collapse or something.
Yeah, Zachary's just like, you don't get a say in this anymore. And then he just like, with all of his energy, forms these chains around him, and then passes face first into the ground.
That was one punch. Wow.
Cool. So yeah, they wrap up Einari, and he like drops to the ground in these really heavy holy chains, and then like clockwork, the punch sort of registers, and Zachary has like collapses under the pressure of like all the blows that he's taken today, like from fighting Stingmon, from being hit around by Mummymon, from being scared by fire, like all of that just gets to him.
Having his hoodie burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, all of that is just so overwhelming that he collapses and is out for the count.
I mean, he full snapped. He's like, you do not get a say anymore. He was not even attempting to humor him.
Cool. So everybody else, what are you doing now? Because you're all basically in combat with Mummymon at the moment, aside from
Okay,
Zachary.
so I have an idea. Can I try to do the same thing that I did for the Kugumons again? Try and make a hole so Mummymon falls and it's easier to attack.
Sorry, what are you trying to do? Make an opportunity? Is that what you're trying to do?
You know how with the Kugumons I tried to make a hole without Tyrannomon like stumping the ground?
Oh, yeah. I remember that, yeah. So you want to try and do that again?
Yes.
And what's the goal of this move? Are you trying to trap Mummymon, or...?
Yeah, trying to trap Mummymon, so, you know.
Okay, in that case, roll to unleash your powers, and we'll see what happens.
Sure, that's unique, right? Fuck. I know I keep trying to have a -2, but oh well.
Because potential good.
Yeah, 4,
Potential good.
Yeah, potential good. Great, fails again.
Not a failed
You
assist,
fall
like,
into
not
a
a failed
hole
single
again.
roll.
You failed again, oh gosh. Mark potential.
Sure.
Yeah, let me see what I want to happen here. Let me just have a think real quick.
Like,
Okay, I think I know what happens. You lift your foot as if you're about to stomp it on the ground, and immediately you hear behind you, "Bastard!" And then you get speared by a Greymon from behind.
That got called.
No.
I didn't hear anything, sorry, what?
You hear, "Bastard!" And Greymon spears Dark Tyrannomon from behind and starts laying into him.
What the fuck? Well, he's awake.
You hear bastard. It cut out for me both times, but I think that was what you were
Yes,
trying to say.
it
Yeah,
probably
I was
spiked or something.
yelling bastards.
Yes, bastard. You're right.
Alright, lovely.
Greymon has
love it when
woken
you-
up,
right.
seen the person that put him behind bars, and the person he blames most for turning him into a virus type, and has just speared it to the floor in a moment of opportunity that he saw. While you're distracted by Greymon, I want to hear what Sonia's doing. So you've just saved several rookie Digimon and several in-training Digimon, and you still have Wanyamon and his party with you. They're probably weighing down on the back of Sheepmon quite a bit at the moment. What are you doing with them?
Well, I'll bring them as far away from the battlefield as I can. Where seems to be the safest place around here?
The safest place seems to be the tunnel where they got captured. That's still open. The Dokugumon and whatnot have vacated that area because they obviously captured them and dragged them out of the hole. There's nothing else in that hole anymore.
I see. So we can try the hole again, Sheepmon. Yeah, I'll put everyone in there. Everyone I can. Everyone that can move, evacuate, please.
Sure. So you start flying towards the hole, and I think Impmon on the back of Dokugumon skids to a halt in front of the hole and says, I can't let you escape. Boss's orders. Summon! And he summons a whole bunch of icicles and shoots them at you.
I shoot them with wool grenade if I can.
Cool. Yeah. So roll to directly engage Impmon.
Reckless.
And do it with advantage because
think
he's a rookie level Digimon and you're a champion level Digimon.
Reckless. Directly. What is 0? Yeah, fine. 3d6 then. Oops. 11?
So that's an 8.
8. Well, it works.
Cool, yeah, so choose one of the options. You either resist or avoid Impmon's blows, which means that you get past him. You can take something from Impmon. You can create an opportunity for your allies, which would be everyone else fighting Mummymon somehow. Or you can impress, surprise, or frighten Impmon.
All these are good.
To me, it sounds like you're trying to resist or avoid his blows to get them into the tunnel so that you can get past him, but that's just what I'm seeing.
Yes, I shoot all of these blasts away and move past, fly over him to go to the hole.
Sure, yeah, so I think what happens is he shoots out the summon, you catch all of his ice in the wool and it just drops to the floor. And then you sweep past him at rocket speed,
and
he spins around comically on the back of the Kukumon.
As I do, I say, "It's not time to play now, Impmon."
He's like, hey, where do you think you're going? And he gets really dizzy and collapses on top of Dokugumon, really with the comical spiral eyes that anime characters get when they're confused. And you get to the hole and you drop off all the Digimon and tell them to run for it. And then we cut back to the fight with Taisto, Pablo, and Kageyaki still taking on Mummymon. What are you all doing?
Well, I can't really fight him in my condition, so I will focus on other things. I know from my previous fuck up with the runes that the outer runes are the ones that, if disturbed, will actually stop the ritual.
Yes.
So Doremon is going to focus on fighting with the outer runes as much as he can, and Kagayaki is going to attempt to knock some sense into Inari because he's really fucking pissed right now.
How do you knock some sense into Inari?
Well, I approach him, I ask him if he's played a lot of games. I assume he says yes.
Yeah, he says yes.
And when he says yes, I knee him in the kidney with all my strength, causing intense pain.
Oof.
And go on a rant.
And do what, sorry?
And go on a rant. So, yes, a rant. So, you thick idiot. Since you've played a lot of games, let me ask you a few things. Okay, riddle me this. How many games have you played with natural sleep cycles where you sleep occasionally at the wrong time and occasionally wake up at random times, like in real life, where you have to eat at an incredibly realistic time and also have the side effects of eating, of fucking going to the toilet, and most of all, how many video games have you played that are in such dire need of getting lawsuits up the ass that they would allow you to feel pain this intense without your consent? This isn't a game, you dumb fuck!
Roll to provoke Inari to persuade him that this isn't a game.
Can he get an advantage because Inari is literally being chained up?
Yes. Especially because they're the chains of hope.
9.
That's 8, but yeah. Oh no, wait, no, yeah, it's 9. It's 9. Yeah,
That's fine.
sorry.
What?
Sorry, I thought it was a 5, and not a 6.
Can I use it to him recklessly? Since
Yeah, sure.
I am kind of.
How do you make the others feel like pathetic and worthless?
Well, I kind of dealt with Taisto's best friend right in front of him, completely ignoring him.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, so spend the last team of the pool and
Okay, superior-
shift superior up
Yes, up,
and
and
anything else
kind-
down.
Kind drops to the fucking ground. I just tore into him,
Fair enough.
Very well kind. I
which
like
makes
it.
this a perfect 10.
Cool. Yeah, so you succeed in provoking him completely. He rises to that bait and realizes this isn't a game. But I think the way that happens isn't normal. So I think you see you're berating him and yelling at him and lecturing him about how this isn't a game, how could you think that, and etc, etc. And you see him like stutter and stumble and his eyes are like flickering, and like then he stops and his digivice starts glowing, and you see that his eyes, which were like a deep purple, shift to a light blue, and you hear him go, where am I? And he like looks around in complete panic. He's like, why am I in a forest? And why is there so much fire? Why am I in chains? Who are you people? And he like starts struggling against the chains.
Eli, convince him that he killed me.
No.
Oh,
Well,
come on, it'd be
It
funny.
doesn't take too many brain cells to realize what was going on. I assume, since we've already seen
Yeah,
a
he
fair
seems
amount
to
of
have
bullshit.
amnesia. It'd be the perfect time to frame him for murder.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
I literally saw his eyes change color right in front of my eyes. And
Yeah,
we've
you're
seen a
right.
fair amount of bullshit already, so it's a fair assumption that something is wrong with him.
And so
It's
we should
kinda-
frame him for murder.
Snaps me out of the rage.
Guys, I found a clue. It seems the bad guys like to brainwash people.
No.
Hmm.
Wow.
What, really?
How did you get that one? I'll deal with you later. Fucking damn it. And meanwhile, Dormon in the background is staring into the runes as best as he can.
So Doraemon's trying to figure out how to break the runes.
Well, he can just smash the ground and tear the runes apart that way. So there's that.
So we see Doraemon like skid towards the runes and start like digging at them, and I think Mummymon like shoots out a bandage at Doraemon to try and stop him, but I'm assuming Taisto and Fleur Wizardmon are
tried
going
to.
to stop that.
Yeah, we're gonna stop the right shot, right where he's trying to do it. Yeah, we're gonna intercept, knock off the bandage, and just checking. Yeah.
Cool. So that you can just do that because he's not paying attention to you. He's so hyper focused on getting this ritual done that he's basically like blanked you and gone shit no, and sent out a bandage at Doraemon and like just completely like ignored that you're there. So you can surprise attack him because he's just lost focus in that moment. He seems
Right,
really
well-
shaken up, basically.
All right, well we're gonna fuck him up then. Flame Wizardmon is just going to shoot a fireball at his back while it's turned and try to knock him out or knock him away.
Mhm.
Let's see. I'm afraid, but I have influence and game face, so it's gonna negate that. So, but it's still gonna be just 2d6 plus 1. Let's see. He's directly engaged in threat, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. 11.
Ooh,
Pick
nice.
2 options.
Ah, well, I'm gonna resist or avoid his blows. We'll need to, but then I want to take away his I don't really know what's the problem. I don't really know what else I could take from him except, you know.
His dignity.
I think I already took his. I think he's already lost his dignity. He probably doesn't have that anymore.
A
Either.
few years ago, yes.
Can I take away his ritual from him?
Yes. And basically you open up the opportunity that allows Doraemon to mess up the ritual by snatching all the bandages out of the air, essentially. Cool, so that happens. But you don't resist... Sorry, did you say you resist or avoid his blows?
I resist or avoid his blows, and I take away his ritual.
Cool. Yeah, I think he collapses to the ground. All out of hope for his ritual to go off. He's lost sacrifices, his rune circle's broken, the Digidestined are on his tail, like, he feels the walls closing in around him. And it's not a good feeling for him. I think he realizes there's no redemption for what he's done. He has captured innocent Digimon that he blamed for the death of his wife. He's trapped them in a ritual circle, and like, you've made him realize that everything he's doing is super selfish and it's all his fault. And so I think what he does is he raises his hands to give up, and I think he says, at least I'll be with her one way or another. And he smiles at you, Taisto, and he's like, thank you for stopping me from making a mistake. And a tear trickles down his eyes, down his cheek, sorry. And this dark energy wraps around him and overwhelms him, and he starts struggling with pain.
Can I attempt to...
No.
Can I attempt to defend? Like, off screen I grabbed my Digivice and I shine my light at the darkness.
I would like to do this, especially since I have the celestial light thingy.
Yeah, what does Celestial Light do again, sorry?
It roll plus kind to defend others from evil. So if
Yeah, sure.
Dark
Cool,
energy
so-
is not evil.
And I assist.
Cool, so
Yep.
we'll just say
I think
everyone
we all
does that.
assist. Yeah.
Yeah, we all assist, but it's still a plus
Wait,
one.
no.
Actually, wait, there's no team left, so it's no plus, you just all do it.
What? Okay, we
Um,
just all do it.
So like, I'm assuming, Kageyaki, you're going to lead this because you did it. So roll unique to see if you can prevent Mummymon from
Isn't Sonya
terminating
using
his
her-
contracts.
Wait, I'm
Sonya.
confused. Sonya is using her move. How am I the one leading it?
I thought, because you said you were doing it first, but okay, if Sonya wants to lead, that's totally fine as well.
That's yeah. It makes more sense for Sonya to be the lead and us be the support.
Okay, yeah, sure. So Sonya, roll plus kind.
Plus kind.
And I'll give you advantage because everyone's doing it with you.
Not everyone. Zachary is dead.
Well, yes.
But everyone but Zachary.
3d6 plus 1, I think. Yes. Plus kind. Let's go. 12.
10.
9. 10.
10.
10 is good.
10 is nice. 10 is nice.
Wait, isn't it 9? Oh, wait, sorry, 3, yes. Yeah, 10.
Advantage.
10, yeah, yes. I was looking at it from the other perspective myself. Yes, so 10. You managed to save Mummymon from his contract terminating. The light from your Digivice is very bright, Sonya. It glows a hot pink that, like, illuminates the darkness and pierces through it. And you realize it's not enough and that the darkness is still there. And then you see Kageyaki stand up beside you and his Digivice starts to glow and the darkness recedes a little bit more. And then Pablo joins you and his Digivice starts to go blue and the dark recedes a little bit more. And then Taisto stands beside you and glows bright orange and the darkness recedes completely. And you hear this shattering noise where the darkness just sort of shatters around Mummymon, and he drops to his knees with these tears of happiness down his face, And he's like, after all I've done, you'd save me? Who are you people? And he like grovels on the ground in front of you all.
I know what it's like. I know what it's like to lose someone. I can't blame you for this, but it's not entirely your fault. You're taken advantage of by that mean guy. We won't let him get away with this.
Can I walk up to him and say something completely different from that?
Yeah.
Okay, I walk up to him and I kneel down next to him, look him dead in the eye, and say, after all that bullshit, you do not get to give up and die now. You will work to make amends for this. Got it?
He nods vigorously. And he's like, gratefully I accept.
Good.
No amount of repenting could ever make up for what I've done here, but I will do everything I can.
We'll pull a few strings at the village as well. This whole thing is really fucking complicated after all.
So I think we'll cut the scene there. You've successfully defeated Mummymon. Well, not defeated him, stopped him from dying, as well as keeping up his end of a contract. Zachary, you've come to. The scene's over, so you wake up. You do you want to like share some triumphant celebrations or vulnerabilities at all before we move on, or?
Yes, but first I would like to ask, like, the balance tracking thing. If I protect innocence, is it just like once per scene, or is it every time I protect innocence?
It is every time you protect innocence.
Okay, so I did it twice, but I used so I should be back to neutral, I think. I used as much powers as I helps people, so...
Yeah.
Okay, to double check, the third triumphant celebration needs to be asked in-game, right?
Yes, the celebration needs to be in-game.
Okay, then it's kinda out of character after this to ask them if they could have done it without me, so I won't.
Okay.
I feel like Pablo would probably tell Taisto, like, you know, thanks for saving me, like, literally all the times I did anything.
I'd like to go see Kagayaki and say thank you for helping me, and sorry for what I said earlier. I was a bit mad.
Oh, that's fine.
Said some things I shouldn't have.
It's fine, this whole thing has been an absolute mess.
Yeah.
Hey Aki, thanks for rescuing Einar. I don't think anyone else could have done it but you, and I really appreciate that you put yourself out there to protect him, even at your own expense. But despite all of the expectations, it seems like we make a really good team, don't we? After all this time here.
Hint, hint, am I a good teammate? Yeah, when we actually work together, we make things work. English.
I think Ghost One pipes in and is like, yeah, we're pretty badass when we work together, right? We should do this more often. Feels great.
Yes, we should. We really fucking should.
I wonder why no one suggested doing this earlier.
Yeah, it is very strange. You know, if we known to do this earlier, we could have, saved so much trouble for us.
Kurayaki just gives the most deadpan look possible.
I think Ghost One gives you this look so that it's like you know that he's joking with you.
Yeah, speaking of Einar, where is he? Did you teleport him?
He's like right there. He's not even that far away.
You turn around and Inari is no longer there. There's just
Oh,
empty chains on the
fuck's
ground.
sake!
Ah, come on!
Zach, you had one job!
They were magical holy chains. What do you mean he's not there anymore?
He's gone.
Well, if it means anything, he was under some random influence, so it technically wasn't him. I don't know either.
It's a real shame.
That Caramon is really everywhere. I don't like it.
I think, yeah, I think Caramon, like, he's got some weird powers. Like, I think Ghostmon pipes up and says, "It isn't normal for a Caramon to be that strong. Something must be helping him. Caramon's a rookie level Digimon. He should be as powerful as I am right now."
Well, he did say he had a master, so...
Yeah, I didn't actually see the Caramon itself doing anything. It was more like a Patreon deity or something.
What bothers me is that he seems to know a lot of things, so I don't know if he somehow keeps watch over us, or...
You know from your previous conversations that Caramon has been keeping a close eye on you specifically, Sonia.
Yes.
Is Zach still fully unconscious?
No, Zach's awake.
Oh.
It's a new scene. I told you Zach woke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. My
You
brain
want to
blanked.
celebrate with everyone? Go for it.
Oh,
Hey
shit.
guys. So I heard Inari got away. I did my best to keep him around.
That was a nice headlock.
It was a nice headlock.
Headlock?
Yeah, I put him in a headlock.
Oh, you should have sent my knee to
Why?
the kidney.
He
That was
almost
even
broke my
better.
nose.
What?
I nipped him right in the kidney. He must be limping right now.
And he threw up
He
and everything.
look, he deserved it, and I made sure that he didn't die, sort of.
Technically, he didn't deserve it. He was under hypnotism or some other wacky shit. Like, who
Just
used this
because
at
he didn't have control over
Sure.
his actions didn't mean that he didn't do bad things.
Wow.
Either of
Intent is the main thing behind whether something is bad
Either
or
of
good.
you
Yes?
ever heard best friend ever again, you will regret it.
I thought I was your best friend.
Just hope
Oh no!
just hope that we'll run into him again, and
Oh god!
They still
there's quite a
gracefully
bit of
ignores
catching up
that.
to do between the two of us.
Wait, no.
But for now,
Taisto, I thought we were best friends.
Anyway, let's go.
I can make it worse! I can make it worse! I thought we were best friends, Zachary!
I can have more than one best friend.
He just never had a guilt
But-
trip.
But you're
what
Pablo's
makes it
best
so
friend.
fun.
You're Pablo's. You're... Zachary, you're Pablo's best friend. You're his bond. You're like
I can have more
he has
too.
he has nobody closer to him than you.
Zachary
I
has a
have
fucking
four
Karen!
best friends, and their names just so happen to be Kageaki, Taisto, Sonia, and Pablo.
You know what? Slap Einar in that as well. Why not?
Slap
so
who in
Zachary,
there?
if you can have more than one best friend, then why can't I?
Because you said your one and only best friend.
You didn't say that.
Sure you did.
You didn't
You
say
did it
that.
in
You
your
had...
heart.
Well, anyway, for now the day is saved.
Saved is a strong word.
Yeah, agreed.
There are definitely unresolved plot points to come, but you've saved the
Yeah,
day for
Speaking
now.
of, how about
I
those?
definitely-
How about those Digi-Eggs, Shogun Gekomon and Waru Pandamon?
I also ran back to the forest to get my visor.
There's also the matter of the what did Wizardmon call them? Sorcerymon. The Sorcerymon were nowhere around here.
Man, it's almost
work
like
with
there's
Pheromone, you
some
think?
sequel
Or-
baiting going on.
There's
Like,
also
this
something
arc-
really important no one has spoken.
It's almost like I'm planting seeds for the next few arcs. So I mean,
For example, we've seen 3 things die, but only 2 eggs.
Yes. That's
The-
weird.
We need
The
to.
Pokemon doesn't count.
Well, it seems, and we're still here, so it seems that whatever mission us chosen ones have, it's not resolved just yet. But why don't we go and see about them tomorrow?
I'd like to take care of the eggs. see if they're okay.
I do want to sleep. So.
Okay, so we cut back to several days. Well, I think we said it was 2 days travel to this place or something like that. Time moves differently in the digital world, like we've established, and I'm really
It's
bad
2
at
days worth.
establishing distance and geography.
Days worth.
So you get back to Icon Village in some amount of time.
Yes.
Dirty and covered in bruises and whatnot, but alive and well, with all of the captives and all of the people that came and assisted you in the battle. Leomon and Mushimon, as well as Schneimon, are standing with you, and they're looking very proud of themselves. And you're chatting away excitedly about how the day's been saved and how awesome you were as chosen ones.
I forgot about that guy again.
Oh yeah, Impmon. Yeah, he got away again, I guess. He'll come back later. Maybe he's the one that took it. No, who knows? But yeah, as you like come over the horizon and see the start of Icon Village, you notice that there's no scaffolding anymore, and the town is fully refurbished and rebuilt. All the buildings are fully made. The well in the center of the city works properly now. They actually have a tap that comes from it as well. And I'm pretty sure Tyrannomon's definitely embedded some other nice touches to Icon City. In fact, as you come towards the gates of Icon City, which weren't there before, you see this giant water slide that goes towards a pool. And you see a bunch of Bearmon at the tops sliding down that slide. And as you go through the gates, Mudfrigimon and Tyrannomon are there to greet you. And they're like, surprise! We finished construction while you were away.
Surprise, Mammon.
Yeah, I think Mudfrigimon is incredibly surprised to see Mummymon with you guys. In fact, I think they it instinctively draws back its fist as though it's about to sucker punch him.
Can you
No,
not?
It's okay.
Can
It's
you
okay.
not?
Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. We talked sense into Mummymon. He's very sorry. He's going to pay out his damages, debts. He's going to make it everything
He
as
was
much
being,
right as he can.
We also need to talk about things. Definitely Sidarion, Leomon, and Mammymon. I'm not sure if Leomon wants everyone to be there or not.
I think Mummymon like bows really deeply, like Japanese people do, to Mudfrigimon, and apologizes profusely and asks for his old job back in the city.
What was his job?
He was a pharmacist.
Nope, that raises more questions than it answers.
That is coming
Well,
in maggots.
he was kind of an alchemist pharmacist type thing. He did magic on various chemicals.
The only
and
thing
mixed
that
them
would have been
together.
better than this is if he was somehow pro skater or something.
I turn to
Mummymon, pro
Leomon.
skater.
I turn to Leomon and ask him if he is okay with everyone finding out about the thing that he's only shared with me so far.
The thing about the virus Digimon?
Yes, he's only shared it with me.
He nods. I think he thinks it's time that it comes to light.
Alright, in that case, Chizdarmon, Leomon, Mammon, and us need to have a long talk.
Cool. So we'll cut to that next. So
Next episode.
did you want to do
next
it?
episode,
Do you want to do
probably.
it now? Because we've got 10 minutes, or would
I'm
you
not
rather
sure
do
we
it
have the
next episode?
time, that's the thing.
Okay, sure. We can do it at the start of next episode then.
Like, it's hard to figure out how
sounds-
long
it-
it's going to take.
It sounds like a nice conversation to start the next arc with.
Yes.
Fair, yes,
No,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Re-establish the themes of the campaign and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Digimon racism.
Alright, so random filler bullshit, go!
Tributism. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So I think we get like a finishing shot of you guys in swimwear running towards the pool, and then we get like a still frame shot where it like pans up into the sky and everyone lives happily ever after. For now.
And you hear the signature laughter in the background.
And then we get an after credit scene with evil.
I think we also get a couple of freeze frames of various other things going on. We see like a freeze frame of Petit Maman training himself in the Dark Zone against various Digimon.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him.
We get a freeze frame of what else? We get a freeze frame of everyone in the Icon Village being extremely happy with their new homes and utilities. We get a shot of the Divermon returning to the beach and being welcomed home by their family. And then we cut to credits, and we get an after scene.
We see a freeze frame of a bunch of Gazimon. That's it.
We get a freeze frame of a bunch of Gazimon, and one of the Gazimon has now a name label attached to his chest.
Wow.
Which one?
But yeah, we get an after scenes credit, and there's a dusty wasteland. Actually, I need area music for this. Could I have like struggly, eerie music for like suspenseful music? That's the word, suspenseful. If anyone can find me some suspense.
Well, I have one, but I'm not sure if it actually works. Like,
what kind of suspense?
I think I have one, but I'm not sure. Let's try.
I imagine it'd be like a dormant suspense.
oh,
like...
for fuck's sake, it failed. It failed to load.
Yeah, it's like a suspense of things yet to come.
A foreshadowing music.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play 2. It doesn't load. Oh, it doesn't load because it's in the wrong channel.
You're in the wrong channel as well. We have a music channel now.
That's why it doesn't load. Okay, whatever.
I mean,
let's use
it doesn't look
this
because it's in the wrong channel, but yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Using this. I think.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm just going to turn up the volume on this really quickly because it's quite quiet.
Yeah, it's really low.
So everyone else can hear. So we get this wasteland with a dark, foreboding sky and eyes opening and closing and blinking and mouths and teeth in the sky, which is something that Sonia may have recognized from earlier as the Dark Zone. We see this wasteland with cracked, dry desert that isn't sand. It's the cracked wilderness type thing where it's like really dry rock and hard ground. There's dust billowing across this wasteland, and then we get a panned shot of these little black pattery feet struggling through this wasteland, and you hear and then the camera pans up and we see Impmon, and he's got this big rope over his shoulder and he's pulling something along behind him, and then we see a wider pan shot of Enari tied up behind him and him hauling him through the Dark Zone. And then the dust in front of Impmon clears, and we see 3 Sorcerymon standing in the dust, and they hold out their hands to him, and he takes it, and there is a deep blue glow, and then we cut to black.
Man, Impman knows all of the shitheads.
Well, he's not fucking
He
dead.
knows Cutemon, he knows Sorcerymon, he knows Cutemon again,
He knows Mamimon, he knows Einari, he knows us.
he knows
with
Cutemon.
We will end the session there. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. That's the first arc finished. Because the arc is finished, everybody clear all of your conditions in celebration.
Oh, damn.
Yay! I don't have to remove myself from any more scenes, hopefully.
And yeah, we will start the new arc next episode, which will be on Friday, I believe, unless anyone has any objections.
Shouldn't we do the end of session thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry, yes. The end of session. So who grew? Let's start with Taisto as usual and go from left to right. So Taisto, did you grow closer to anybody, further away from anybody, or into your own image?
Yeah, I think Daisto grew closer to specifically Kagayaki and Pablo. They both were working together. I think I would say that. I think that even though Daisto, this is actually a very difficult decision. I think for the most part, Daisto was working together with Pablo in this session. So even though Kagayaki made a very big gesture and that also helped them grow closer together, I think I'm gonna have to give.
You
this one
can
to
sell it out
Pablo.
by kicking your best friend. So
Hey,
And
that was calculated.
Yeah, kicking the past friend is also kind of reduces the points there. So Pablo, you grew closer to Pablo.
Cool. So Pablo, shift Taisto's labels. Taisto, mark potential. Pablo, did you grow closer to anyone, further away from anyone, or into your own image?
I
Will you let him shift my labels first?
oh yeah, probably should do that.
Okay, cool. While Pablo does that, I'll let Kagayaki do his then. So Kagayaki, did you grow closer, further away, into your own image?
Grew into my own image, I guess.
Cool.
Count down.
Yeah, you were very ruthless this session at
Yeah,
speaking your mind.
I was going to tear into Mammon as well if no one else spoke up. And probably unique up because I used my special things for the vast majority of it.
Yeah, definitely. Zachary, did you grow into your own image or go
I
further
think
away or closer?
Zach grew into his own image of himself. I'm gonna do +1 reckless and -1 kind.
Cool. And Sonia?
I'd say I got closer to Kagayaki. He saved me a few times, and we had a nice little apology talk. I guess a quick one.
Cool. So Kagayaki gets influence over you,
Yes.
and you gain a potential.
Potential.
Pablo, which labels did you shift on Taistos?
I decided to plus pure minus
Superior
regular.
minus
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And did you grow into your own image or did you grow closer to somebody?
So this is very weird, but I think Pablo actually grew a bit away from the others because everything he did basically, Tyson needed to like back him up. He's not like mad with Taisto. He's just like, you know,
And not
doesn't think
only that, they didn't
he can
include
do-
you in the plan to actually take down
Yeah,
Moimon. They
that's-
left you behind. Like,
In
Yeah.
fairness,
that's
self-inflicted.
not,
cool. So
yeah. So it's like, you know,
so take
That's why
influence
I'm saying
away
that-
from you over somebody. So who do you not want to have influence over you anymore?
Okay, so take influence over. Okay, so I'm reading that right, and probably Taisto, I guess.
Okay, so you don't care what Taisto thinks about you anymore because he
No.
helped you too much.
Yeah, kinda. It's weird, but yeah.
Cool.
No.
Cool. That's fine.
You're getting fucked up in this end of
And it still doesn't work.
end of.
For Taisto.
Cool.
So next doesn't have influence over me. Cool.
I won't do the next time on yet because I need to do some
Plan.
arc shenanigans between sessions, but we'll do that next time.
There we go. That's what I wanted to play.
Oh, ominous foreboding music, that would have been perfect.
Yes, but
What?
it didn't
But yes,
load.
sadly, alas,
the
we've
track-
already done the scene and it's the end of the session, and I really
the
need to
track
toilet.
the track I was gonna use was perfect length. It was I listened to it on the background while you were doing the monologue, and it was perfect length. It would have gone the entire thing.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright,
Well,
So the session's over.
Yeah, the session's over.
Well,
I
next
really
Friday?
need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to leave
Yeah.
right now. I'll catch you guys all next Friday,
Right.
which is the next session. Don't
Sure.
forget,
Friday.
be there or be square for the start of
See
the
ya.
arc. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I hope you all enjoyed the sessions that led to this shocking conclusion for the first arc. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And if you fancy supporting these sessions and the stream, you can use the donation link in the description below.